lost another award show. No, not the one in Hollywood where I had to fly out to. This is one I didn't even know about until this week. Apparently, True Green 7 did a Pokemon award show for 2022, and I was nominated for a random upload of If I Laugh, a Pokemon Dies. I'm not saying that that video is not good. I just feel like we've made a lot of masterpieces last year, and this is just episode 14. But anyways, I lost this category, and for good reason. My friend John Stone, who I like to sometimes harass on his stream, watch.
Shiny Eevee
Wait!
7.
Wait!
6.
Wait!
5. 4.
Wait!
3. 2. 1. Just kidding. Press B in chat if Johnston bald. LLLLLLL.
He won the category with his video, I caught every shiny Pokemon before each gym. It's an hour and 17 minutes, but it has almost more views than any video on my channel. And because I like views and all of my top videos are not my own creations, but reactions to other people's good videos, I decided we're gonna watch it. Also, I got permission from John. So before you do anything else, click subscribe and we're gonna watch I Caught Every Shiny Pokemon Before Each Gym.
What is going on, guys? My name is John.
Hi, John.
And welcome back to
What's
yet another
going on,
video,
John?
Shiny Pokemon. If you've invested even a little bit of time in the Pokemon franchise,
I've invested a lot of time.
1,000 different times. Among the 9 different generations of Pokemon you can catch in this series.
Whoa, okay, pause, bro. Look at dude's drip. He's got like rings on, he's got the chain. Is that Obama in his background? Carry on.
An alternate variant known as a shiny Pokemon.
Yeah, I've never seen one of those.
These special Pokemon has become the pastime for majority of the fan base.
Yeah.
And to be honest,
yeah,
I never really invested a lot of time into it.
Nah, I can't do it, bro.
I wanted to make a big video about catching shinies, but this project
I love the
became
graphics.
a lot larger than I ever expected. I caught every shiny Pokemon available for each gym badge in Pokemon Let's Go.
Hey, that's the thumbnail.
This is how it went.
Oh wait,
now,
I had
if
an
you're a
Onyx.
regular to my channel, you probably know that the non-shiny version of this challenge is called
Professor
a
Oak challenge?
and this is something that I've done.
Look at me, bro. I'm so knowledgeable about Pokemon. If one of those guys on the street came up to me and is like, hey, rank your knowledge on Pokemon, then ask like, what's this Pokemon? I'm getting 3 out of 10 of them right.
Game in the series, but if you've never seen one of these videos, the rules are extremely simple. The main rule for this challenge is that you have to complete the Pokedex as much as you can before taking
that was a
on each
cool
gym
animation.
badge, which means that once I've caught every shiny before each gym, I
Wait
have
a
to
minute.
evolve them to the highest evolution that's available. In comparison to other games for this challenge, this
Can
is a
you
pretty
even do
easy
this in
task
Let's Go?
considering the non-shiny
Oh, I guess
version of
you
this
have
challenge,
to,
I
yeah.
finished it in like 15 hours, but as you can imagine, having to catch every
Yeah, I feel like
single
this is
shiny
gonna take
Pokemon
more than
before
15
each gym
hours.
is a little more difficult than that. This video is dedicated to everyone that supported all of my content over the years, and I appreciate
You're welcome, John. You're welcome. Thank you for letting me react to this.
you all for being so patient during the making of this. With all that out of the way, let's just get right into it.
Badge number 1.
So as we're starting the beginning of the story,
I wonder how many
let's talk about how
Pokemon
shiny
are
Pokemon work in
before
this
each
game.
gym.
Now, unlike pretty much every other mainline Pokemon game, shinies appear in the overworld rather through random
Dude,
grass
Let's
encounters.
Go is so
As a result,
cool.
we can save a bit of time by not encountering every single Pokemon we see to check if it sparkles.
Yeah.
And all we really have to do is wait around for it to show up. Thankfully, for the first section of the game, we only had to catch a handful of Pokemon. But
Caterpie,
it's important
Weedle,
to note that our methods to increase
Bulbasaur,
our chances
Pikachu.
of finding a shiny are limited, but we'll talk more about that in a second.
Oh, he
I like
doesn't
to note at
have
this point that I
Shiny
made a rough
Charm.
estimate as to how long it would take to complete all of this. Considering the shiny odds, I figured it'd take around 300 hours to get through the whole challenge. A very long time, sure,
That's
but
not that
definitely
bad,
possible to finish in a
though.
couple
Yeah.
months. I would like to make it clear that my
If
estimate
you put
was
in
very,
10 hours a day, oh, that's a lot.
very, very off. Now, if you know anything about the first section,
He started this in 2020? Hey Siri, when did Pokemon Let's Go come out?
Pokemon
No,
Go
that's
was published
Pokemon Go.
July 6th,
Siri! When did Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee come out?
November 16th,
Oh,
2018.
I thought, never mind. Just, hey Siri, how long was 2020? No, how long ago was 20? I'm so stupid. It was 3 years ago. It's 2023. 3 minus 0.
section of this challenge, there are really only 3
Okay.
places that we'll need to tackle to get every shiny we need. Route 1 or 2, Route 22, and
Viridian
the low
Forest.
frame rate Viridian Forest.
Low
After
frame
taking
rate.
care of the very short list of tasks at the beginning of the game, I was able to make my way to Pure City to prepare for my first shiny.
The Eevee
Unlike
on
other
top of the
challenges where
head
I
is
go
so
route by
cute,
route
man.
until I'm in the last area.
I
it's
hope
kind of
we get,
important in this type of
Let's
challenge
Go
to get as
Johto
far as
so
possible and
badly.
take advantage of every available item, gift, and battle for the section. I'm going to be a little hypocritical about that later on, but it will make a lot more sense as we make our way through the challenge.
Okay.
Okay, so
Ooh,
let's talk about the first big question of this
foreshadowing.
challenge. How do you get a shiny Pokemon? First and foremost, it's all luck. In the history of the Pokemon franchise, there have been very few shiny Pokemon that are guaranteed.
This is something they need to bring back, though. They should bring back a free shiny in every single game. Because all I can think of is that one meme where someone's like, hey, my Latios looks different. And then someone says, that's a graphical error, just reset and it'll be fixed. Oh, you saved it! Please, 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 give us free shinies! And no, this is not because it's the only way I can catch a shiny. Stop typing your comment right now and delete your account.
Gible and Dratini in the Unova region, and most recently Ponyta in Legends Arceus.
Oh, I forgot about that Ponyta!
In this game, you can visually see a shiny Pokemon in the world before you get into a battle.
Some of them are hard, though.
What are the odds of seeing one? Yikes. So with odds like that, this challenge is an immediate pass to basically everyone that would even be slightly interested in attempting this. But
it's better with Shiny Charm.
History, the game developers knew that people liked hunting for shiny Pokemon.
Oh, that's right. The shiny hunting method that everybody got wrong.
There have been special methods that allow you to look for shiny Pokemon with significantly better chances.
SOS sucked. I hated SOS.
Now, this method involves a lot, so I suggest getting a pen and paper and writing this down so you don't forget. Basically, what you have to do is catch Pokemon.
He's just gonna tell me.
Did you get all that, or do you need me to repeat it? In this
no,
game,
no, I would like one more repetition.
You'll initiate a catch combo. This amount is indicated both before and after you catch the Pokemon, and the only requirement to advance your combo is to just catch more of that same Pokemon.
Simple enough,
will only break if you catch any other Pokemon than what you're currently chaining. Completely close out.
I'm pretty sure there's like this actual super convoluted
As you progress
thing.
through the catch combo, your shiny odds will increase, and once you reach a total of 31 in a row, your odds will drop to 1 out of 341.
That low?
There are other ways to increase
he said for now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a bug.
Once I reached a catch combo of 31 on my first Pokemon, I tried to find out the best way to get as many encounters as possible. Because I didn't have a single shiny Pokemon yet,
there's no Pokemon popping up.
And
he doesn't have lures.
The best play would be to hunt the lowest percentage encounter first, as my chances of finding the most common Pokemon like Pidgey would probably just happen naturally through playing.
That's
Although Pokemon
smart.
naturally despawn after a certain amount of time, I realized that when you first enter a route after exiting a gate,
doesn't that get rid of your catch combo though?
By going in and out of the gate, I was able to spawn Pokemon extremely fast on Route 2 North, which was much faster.
I would walk in, see a shiny, walk out, and then quit. I would cry. Pain, tears of blood.
Faster than every other location that has these Pokemon. With this, I was able to get about 1,200 encounters per hour,
it's
and
gotta
after
happen.
Playing, I was able to grab my first shiny.
Oh, Bellsprout! The Gluck Gluck!
It's currently about
3:50 in the morning.
This is a day after I did the first start of the hunt, and I found the first shiny.
It's gonna despawn. It's gonna despawn.
Bellsprout, kinda sick.
Oh, it's gonna run away. It's gonna run away.
I've never had this Pokemon before.
Please catch it. Oh no, it's gonna run away. It's gonna run away.
68 encounters.
Oh, he caught it! I was so afraid that it was gonna run away right there.
This was a genuine shock because I assumed this would be a lot faster, and the fact that it was nearly 10 times over odds seems statistically impossible when you consider that every Pokemon shiny chance increases when you combo
those are some odds,
not just the Pokemon with the catch combo.
Look how the Bellsprout runs around
in the Pokemon community ever since the game's release.
Yeah.
And although I did want to just make a video on catching shinies,
there's something about
wanted
this.
to get to the bottom of this and figure out exactly why
the odds
aren't as good as they're made out to be. Despite all this took me a little over 2 hours to find, so I really can't complain that badly. Later in the day, I managed to find a shiny Rattata after 1,997 encounters. Not exactly
that's a good shiny.
Odds that I'm still
that's a really
for,
good. The shinies in Let's Go are so pretty.
Really see any reason to complain. That was until I went for Pidgey. My final shiny for the day was Pidgey after
Pidgey counter number 1
encounters. Although I was extremely grateful I didn't encounter any duplicates on the route, I knew already this early in the challenge that the shiny odds
6,000? That's not 1 in 340.
True. After doing a bit of research, it's apparent that although the game's code does support these odds, the amount of people going 10, 20, and even 30 times over odds makes it seem like something else is at play.
Does that mean that all of the shinies caught in Last to Leave Kanto were full odds? Did Party Arlie get like 20 full odd shinies? I'm so mad.
In comparison, this hunt was almost 17 times over odds.
Yeah,
if this happened in Sword and Shield with the shiny charm, it would have taken me roughly 23,000 encounters to find. Statistically, it's just too high to justify not having interference.
Yeah.
If you calculate the probability of finding a shiny within 5,000 encounters, it comes out to this.
You should have like...
Obviously, people get really unlucky every once in a while, so maybe it's just a one-time thing.
Something's
With
up.
routes 1 and 2 completed, it was time to take on Route 22.
Oh, but he doesn't tell us. Oh, good storytelling, Johnstone. Now I gotta sit here for another hour and 11 minutes to find out. Actually, that's a really good YouTube technique. If you were making YouTube videos, you should check this out.
By far the most difficult area out of this entire section of the challenge. Although there aren't any absurdly rare Pokemon, I found out very early on that I was going to encounter Pokemon a lot less quickly than I did earlier. Unlike Route 2, the coolest
because you
entrance
can't
can
go in and
through is
out.
the gate that leads to the Pokemon League, and with an enormous fence blocking the way, not only can you not see every Pokemon instantly when you enter the area, you also can't see every Pokemon that spawns. This may not seem like a huge deal having to walk for an extra 10 seconds, but with all this downtime, it generates about half the encounters per hour that I got in the previous area. I decided to start looking for a Nidoran male, but this began the start of my bad luck in the challenge. A very important thing to know about the catch combo method is that when you reach the chain of 11 for a specific Pokemon, you'll start seeing that specific Pokemon more frequently than others. The shiny odds are obviously increased for the Pokemon you're looking for, but so is every other overall Pokemon in the entire game. This means that while walking around with a catch combo of 31 for Nidoran, I have the same odds for finding a shiny Pidgey on this route, or even a shiny Charmander if I went to a
should have done the Pidgey and Rattata.
As you can imagine, this gives a ton of potential for finding a shiny that you weren't chasing.
He's gonna find Pidgeys and Rattatas.
Bad this early on, but over time, the odds
there's the Rattata. I knew it.
Your intended target will become a lot more common.
Hey, at least he's gonna catch it. I would have let it die. Okay. You can tell how disappointed he is.
Yeah, I'm not catching this. I'm just gonna not catch it to continue my combo, but it's cool that I found it.
If he kills this, it's gonna come back.
I was gonna get absolutely destroyed in the comments if I ran away from every single Pokemon that wasn't the one I was looking for. So I decided from this point on that I'd attempt to catch every single shiny that I came across, no matter how badly
Shiny Hunter Killer, Shiny
genius idea won't
Shiny Killers International! Woo!
Send the challenge too far.
There's pain in his voice. Yeah.
Make it stop. The next day, I grinded to get an actual Pokemon.
Is there going to be a lot of chances?
Although I was
I feel like there's going to be a lot of
I was
chances.
unaware that the hunt for Pidgey was child's play compared to how long it would take to get this next Pokemon. After 9 hours of hunting, I finally got something that I wanted.
9 hours? For Nidoran?
Oh my god!
Oh, that's not a Nidoran female!
No. No, that's a flea animation. Please don't. Please don't fail. Please don't fail.
Oh
please
no.
Don't fail. Please don't fail. Please
I'm
don't fail.
pressing the B button for you, John!
Oh my god. Okay, I don't need that. I don't need that. To be honest, I don't think I would continue this challenge if I ran away, considering that this entire day I was contemplating even continuing. But who has time to complain? I'm on a mission here. There's still 2 more Pokemon that I need to get, and knowing my luck,
this is
I'm gonna be here
unbelievable.
forever, so I better strap in and get to catch
Spearow!
Oh! All right.
He wasn't going. I don't think he was trying to get that.
I managed to find
but he got it.
Pokemon that I needed, which means I only have 1 more Pokemon for this
How is he
area.
going to level these Pokemon up? Wait, no.
Yeah,
oh,
so
the girl.
unfortunately, both Nidoran can be found here, but on the upside, this didn't take the 9 hours like it did for Nidoran.
Does he really need to get Nidoran female?
But hey, I didn't find any duplicates, and now I can move on
Their
to one of the
shinies
best
are just
locations
switched
in the entire
colors.
game,
I
the
love
Viridian
that.
Forest. This is going to be the
boy.
final stop before the first gym leader, as we can't access any more routes until we get to the first
You get
badge.
Bulbasaur here.
But don't be fooled.
That's
if
going to
there's
be
anything that
hard.
people know about this forest, it's that it's a slideshow when you play it in handheld mode, and more
Yeah.
importantly, it spawns a lot of Pokemon. This area allows for 20 Pokemon to appear on the map at
This
one
is where
time,
everybody
which,
hunted
if you
for
compare it to
Last
the
Leaf
previous area
Kanto,
that had a
because it
max
just
of
had the most
4,
Pokemon.
It seems like there's a high potential to find shinies pretty quickly. In addition,
Really?
there are very few duplicates that can appear,
Well, I guess
with only
you just run
25%
around.
of the spawns being Pidgey or Bellsprout, but this area is also the start of a brand new mechanic. Now, if you remember from earlier, I mentioned
brand new
that once you reach a
mechanic?
catch combo of 11, the Pokemon you're chaining has an increased chance of spawning.
Yeah?
On top of that, in certain areas, there's a special Pokemon that can appear in this combo, and they'll
that's
continue
right.
to reappear as long as your combo stays above that number.
Mm-hmm.
These Pokemon can still appear outside of chaining, but without a combo, they have a 0.5%
So rare.
chance.
Yeah.
So as you can imagine, chaining something like this would not only take forever to get to 11 to spawn more of them, but if I didn't find the shiny that I wanted,
get to a 31 combo and let them
2 to 3
spawn.
hours trying to get back up to a 31.
So he's never
combo
going to
for
chain
best
the
odds.
Bulbasaur, it looks
Thankfully,
like.
we can take advantage of this mechanic. While you have your 11 combo, the next spawn will have a 50% chance to be the special spawn, and it will keep rolling for that until one is on the map. This means that I could just get a chain of 31 with another shiny that I needed, and just run into Bulbasaur over and over until one appeared to be shiny. Because Pikachu is easily
that's
the
kinda
rarest spawn
smart.
here, I decided to chain that first and run into Bulbasaur over and over in hopes that at least one of the
There's
two appeared.
so many
Thankfully,
Pikachus. What do you
that
mean
worked
this?
out. After encountering 556 Bulbasaur, I managed to get a Pikachu, and because it didn't break my combo, I just kept going. Later that day, I ended up...
I feel like if somebody else did this video, it would just be 151 times of them going like that. Oh, shiny! Running around that room.
finding another Pikachu, and although I had found nearly 1,500 Bulbasaur by this point...
A third shiny Pikachu. Oh, there's the shiny Bulbasaur!
Yikes.
The save.
That was a long time. I really hope I don't fail this. Now, one big thing to know about the earlier part of this challenge is that I realized very quickly that I was not very good at handling time-sensitive situations. Get in the ball.
No. Oh, that's the leave animation.
No.
That's the leave animation. John, please don't. John, catch it, bro!
I like to know that I'm doing this in literally the worst way possible. When you encounter a Pokemon, there isn't a timer as to when it's gonna flee. It's dependent on how many Pokeballs and items that you use that increase its chance.
Is it gonna flee?
With dumb luck, I was still able to get it, and I
oh my god, stop playing with my emotions like this, bro!
6 hours to find. The hardest part of this section is all done, so I can just sit back, relax, and... An hour later, I managed to find the golden worm, which leaves only one more Pokemon before we can actually play the game. Weedle. Because I was so adamant about finishing the first section,
shiny Bulbasaurs before Weedle.
The following day, and thankfully, it paid off.
I wish I had like a day counter at the top.
Which is new, but not what I'm
He doesn't need it because he can evolve his Caterpie.
Later,
yeah.
It finally happened.
Where? I don't see it. Oh, I see it!
The time has come.
My favorite thing in all the new Pokemon games is where you just see a shiny, stop, open the menu.
1,618 encounters. I have finally found
the
last Pokemon.
Time to beat Brock.
I love the shiny too.
He has to evolve all the Pokemon.
Please.
Dude, he keeps playing with my emotions. You know what, John? I hope a Pokemon runs away from you.
Now I get to do the fun part, which
leveling them all up, right?
Takes about an hour to do, and who knows? Would find some shinies in between. So that's
how do you
pretty
get
cool too.
Venusaur to level 36 though? I feel like he should have already been grinding and then hoping that they popped up.
The real highlight of the challenge is the
Wouldn't have that save time, or am I wrong?
Evolving Pokemon like Bulbasaur to Venusaur before fighting Brock is this long-winded, pedal to the metal, 14 XP per battle grind for eternity. Thankfully, the shiny hunting is going to be the tedious part of this challenge. Out of all the Pokemon, Bellsprout is the easiest Pokemon to chain that gives the most experience.
You get XP candies, right?
I spent about 3 hours chaining them.
Oh, there's just an EXP all.
The highest possible evolution.
I forgot about this.
Like
Never mind.
And both of the Nidoran that can't reach their final evolution.
Because Moonstone and
Leaf Stones
Leafstone
aren't available at this point in the game, but I'll make sure to take care of that when they become available. While I was doing this, I also made sure to give detailed commentary about my thoughts on each new shiny that I saw.
It's mega evolving. Just kidding. Big Dick B. Oh, he's not naming them? Come on, John. Name your Pokemon, bro.
I'm not going to cover every single Pokemon that I evolved, mostly because this video is long enough. But don't worry. I'll still play the noise. After catching about 200 Bellsprout
I'm simple. I like the noise.
I managed to evolve my final Pokemon, and I was able to...
But he didn't play the noise! You lied to me, Johnstone. I'll be coming for you.
3 shinies in my Pokedex before the first gym. And if we also count the duplicates, I obtained nearly 30 shinies before even stepping foot into the first real challenge of the game. Now, as you probably expect,
how long did it take?
Level 30 Pokemon this early
I kind of want to know how many hours it took to get to Brock.
But I see it as a rite of passage for catching everything.
This is a banger thumbnail. Yeah, right here's his thumbnail.
After a quick 5-minute battle, I was able to get the first badge from Brock to actually complete this section.
Okay.
Which now brings us to...
Uh-oh.
Now, as I mentioned earlier in the video, when it comes to tackling each section of the game, it's really best to make it as far as you can before you start hunting, as there are usually a lot of opportunities to get a lot of items that could potentially make hunts a lot.
Wait a minute. Since this game, you could pretty much go everywhere without doing the gyms, is he gonna have to, like, catch everything before gym 4 or 5? Oh, this is gonna be a nightmare for John.
Not easier. Unfortunately for this section, that's not really an option. If you know anything about the Kanto region, you know that the next big hurdle that needs to be tackled is Mount Moon.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Which contains a large chunk of the Pokemon available for the next badge. Although it would be smart to skip this area and get prepared in Cerulean City, once you leave Mount Moon, you can't go back until much later in the game.
Oh,
which means that all the shinies in this area need to be addressed right now. With that in mind, let's start with round 3. Thankfully, this area only has 2 Pokemon that need to be caught, with one of them being a special spawn.
Oh, Charmander.
I decided to work with Charmander first, and thankfully this didn't take too long as I found one after only encountering 422 of them.
Nice.
And while that's cool, this specific hunt was much more than just finding the shiny. A neat little feature this game has is the ability to walk around with your Pokemon. However, some Pokemon like Charizard can be ridden, which
Look,
in nearly all cases
he gets
is a lot faster
Charizard
than walking.
already?
With that in mind, I decided to evolve this immediately to be able to fly around, which is going to be a huge help for increasing encounters and locations.
Yeah,
just
that's
like this,
crazy.
where I can't exactly
He's got a
lead and
shiny
re-enter an area
Charizard before
quickly.
Gym 2.
Surely with this new method, the next Pokemon won't take nearly as long to get, right?
John, you should do this again as a Nuz. Oh.
Yeah, so if you had
Never mind.
secondhand frustration for both of the Nidoran hunts, Ekans was a completely different animal. The hunt for this
9
Pokemon
days.
took nearly 8,900 encounters to find, and you might be thinking,
oh,
well,
there it
with
is.
being able to ride Charizard, I'm sure it was pretty fast to get there. And
Run
while
away.
it was much faster
Run
than
away.
walking, this hunt took me exactly 30 hours. Now, I'm not telling
Run
you
away.
to
Make it
reveal
60
how much time
hours.
it takes to complete each
Hi, John.
section, because I feel like it takes away from the surprise at the end. But to get all the shinies before Brock,
Oh,
it took
that's
about
why he's not
72
saying.
hours, so pouring nearly half of that into one Pokemon didn't exactly give me a great
300
feeling about
hours.
continuing the rest
This
of
is
this
gonna take
challenge.
him
And to make
300
matters
hours.
worse, there's a brand new hunt that needs to be tackled right now.
The
So
Magikarp?
throughout the entirety of this game, easily the most forgettable Pokemon you
Oh,
can obtain
no.
is the gift Magikarp
I
that's
forgot
available at
about the
Pokemon Center right
Magikarp.
before entering Mount Moon.
That can
Although
be
your starter is
shiny?
shiny locked at the beginning of the game, every other gift Pokemon can be hunted, and because
I would quit. I would quit right here. This thing is not worth it. Nope, just quit the challenge.
you can't even get Magikarp in the wild in this section, I need to hunt it here. If there's
That's
anything you should know about shiny hunting in Switch
painful.
Pokemon games, it's that soft reset hunts
no.
take forever. I think
Yup.
the most recent one that people complained about was getting a shiny starter in Brilliant
Yeah.
Diamond because of how much waiting there is between encounters. Thankfully, it doesn't take as long as the Briefcase Simulator, but when you account for the loading times, you can
400
encounter about
times
70
speed.
per hour, so you
That's
can
not
probably guess that these are going to be the
400
largest
times,
hurdles
it's
in the entire
400%.
game. On top of that,
That's
unlike the
4
wild
times.
encounters, all gift Pokemon odds are stuck at the base 1 out of 4,096,
Oh,
with the only
no.
exception being if you have the shiny charm, which
you
obviously at this
can't
point in
get.
the game is impossible to
How
get.
many
Thankfully,
Magikarps
the game
is it gonna
really tried
take?
to compensate for the hunt for Ekans.
You know what? Oh, how many? How many? He got it? Under 1,000. Come on. I want to hear him freak out.
That was so fast.
I wanted to hear him freak
This
out.
was a refreshing treat because I was so concerned. I found this in 510 soft resets, which is insane.
That still had to have taken
I'm really
so
glad
many
it didn't
hours.
Take 4,000 plus encounters because
Don't jinx it. Knock on wood. Knock on
that
wood,
would have
John.
been so bad. But in total, so because it takes about a minute, so this took like. Oh, yeah,
7
no, that's
hours.
a long time.
So with all this done, now let's
Yeah.
take on the largest chunk of this section. Mount Moon has a total of 6 Pokemon that need to be obtained before you leave, but thankfully this is by far the fastest location for encounters out of
Ooh.
basically any part of the game we've taken on
Onyx
so far.
is gonna be
Because
hard
the
to
caves in
catch,
these games
though.
have multiple floors, you can instantly
only
spawn
got
a bunch of
Pokeballs.
Pokemon no matter what stairwell you're taking, so there's a solid chance you'll find what you want pretty quickly.
Interesting.
After about an hour, I managed to
Oh,
encounter
wow, you got the
Onyx,
Onyx
which is by
first?
far the rarest Pokemon in
Yeah.
the area, considering that's only a 1% encounter.
Oh, he got Great Balls,
but there is
too.
also a
I didn't
new
realize.
special spawn in this area that needs to be addressed.
Clefairy.
Chansey is the most common
Or
special
Chansey.
spawn in the entire game, as it can be found in basically every location.
He's
aside
gonna
from
find
maybe
so
6 or
many of
7
these.
areas. But at this point in the game, this is the only
gonna find
location you
so
can find
many.
it. Now, typically, this is the hardest one out of the area to get, so it's really important to tackle it first, because the worst thing you'd want is
Pop
to
up.
find everything else before. Oh, okay, well, that was probably just good luck, right?
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no!
I guess.
That's number 2.
I'll get it.
How
I
many
started
more are
working
there
on
gonna
hunting down
be?
Clefairy, which is
There's gonna
probably
be
a good
so many
segue to talk about
chances.
how we're going to evolve this thing. In this basement area, you can find a Moonstone once a day, which we're going to need for this Pokemon, as well as quite a few more
he needs
Pokemon like the Nidoran line that we caught
Nidorans,
earlier.
yeah.
And on top of that, some future encounters like Jigglypuff. Thankfully, because I've been here for
I hate
multiple days, I
Jigglypuff.
was already set, but it's important to know because of how easily you can miss dex
I don't hate
entries like
Jigglypuffs.
this.
I
Over
hate
the next few
Jigglypuff.
days, I worked to try and complete the remaining
wait,
members,
did the
and
wrong
I
one run
managed to
into
get Clefairy, to no surprise another Chansey,
That was
Paris,
really
and
close.
Zubat, all within a couple days of recording. A majority of the Pokemon found in this area were found around less than 1,500 encounters, so when it came time to get the final Pokemon, I knew I was due for a big hunt.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, there's the Geodude.
It
It's gonna
has finally
self-destruct. It
happened.
can't self-destruct.
Oh, and it looks so good. This is the final Pokemon that I
At one
needed
point
for
is a-
Mount Moon.
Do you think he
And
would cut out
I'm
a
proud
shiny
to
running
say,
away?
What, only
No.
2 dupes?
John's a
2?
content gamer. If a Pokemon
Come
ran
on.
away, he would show it
6,349 encounters. That was a lot.
right now.
I can finally
Oh,
leave Mount Moon.
oh.
From here, I made my way through the rest of Mount Moon, which leads to encountering more
Oh,
Team
yo,
Rocket,
hey, yo, that Team Rocket girl's a baddie.
as well as the Fossil Maniac. This leads to picking one of the fossil Pokemon that we obviously have to hunt much later in the challenge.
Yeah.
So I grabbed the Helix fossil because anytime I don't, I'm swarmed with hundreds of comments telling me that I picked the wrong one. I managed to make my way out of Mount Moon,
My
which
chat
leads to
always
Cerulean
tells me to
City,
pick
which
Dome
is essentially
fossil.
the end of this section.
But that's
There
just
is,
'cause they
however,
want Dome.
one more location that needs to be addressed.
Blue
that
Psyduck!
being Route 24.
Yeah, this is a good
this
shiny.
specific combo area contains the file 4
Venonat,
Pokemon,
Meowth, and
but
Psyduck.
this will be by
He's
far
gonna
the most
find
difficult
so many
task thus far
Pidgeys.
in the challenge. Unlike all the previous locations I've had to hunt in, this area doesn't have any convenient ways to reset the spawns. The closest house to the right is Bill's house,
You have to
and
go
the
to
next closest option
Bill's?
is the house
I guess
on
you
the
can fly
complete
over
opposite
everything
side of
else.
the bridge. So realistically, the best option is just to ride from route to route on Charizard or run to Pokemon to despawn to bring out new encounters. So at this point in the challenge, I
probably
ended
just
up
run
taking a
into
pretty
them.
large break, and that's mostly because I ended up moving into a new house around this point, and I really didn't
This
have much
really
time.
did take him a
But it
long
was
time.
extremely
Oh my
apparent that this
God.
extended break had an impact on the future of the challenge.
Uh-oh. Oh, I
Alright,
forgot that
so,
Squirtle
I
was
got
there.
Squirtle in 144 encounters. I think this is the 145th.
144.
I'm not gonna be able to catch this, but we're gonna figure it out.
Oh no.
Let's see.
Oh no.
Wait, did I mess this up?
Oh no, John.
No.
That doesn't despawn it though. That doesn't despawn it.
Are you still here?
That doesn't despawn it.
Please.
That doesn't it despawns it.
Yeah, so let me explain. Basically, this game has a bug where if two Pokemon are close to each other and you try to encounter one of them, there's a chance that you'll get out of that battle and the other Pokemon will despawn.
So it did
In my
happen back
defense,
then. I saw it. I literally saw it. I was like, did he run into the wrong one? You lucky son of a gun.
And that spawned right when I moved, so it wasn't like I was trying to
Oh
sneak
my
my way around
God.
it. But regardless, I'll have to hunt it again. Later in the day, I managed to redeem myself by finding a shiny Meowth, followed
Nice,
by
you got the
another
little
Squirtle that I
red
did
caught red
actually end
toad.
up catching. In the following
There's the
recordings, I
Squirtle.
managed to catch Psyduck in about
That's the best
3,500
shiny.
encounters.
That's
which
the
left
best
me with
shiny
only
up
Venonat
up
before
till
I was
now.
done with this section.
I love
Naturally,
blue
because I've been
shinies.
working on this section for 53 days
Wait,
out of the
is he
4 months I was
double-fisting
recording,
Pokeballs?
There was a lot of anticipation around finishing this up.
Why is that?
But as you can imagine, the game was going to make me work for this last Pokemon.
Does it make it better? Oh,
Oh my God. Oh
Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. Actually, mess it up. It'd be funny. You get to put more ads in the video if you mess it up and it's a little bit longer.
5 encounters.
Never mind. It took him 8,000 counters. Just catch it.
Fun fact.
There you go.
This is the last Pokemon for the section, which is fantastic, right? This took me, I believe, from start to finish to just catch all the 4 Pokemon here on 24 and 25.
It's less than 100
it took me
hours.
almost the entire series of Breaking Bad. I watched the entire series of Breaking Bad.
Oh my
wow.
God.
Okay, so yeah.
Now it's time to watch
done.
Better Call Saul, John. Show the meme.
So now we just grind up all the catches, and then the game should, in theory,
It's easier
be
to get XP
way
now to
easier
evolve your
now.
Pokemon.
That's not true, but we'll get to that in a second. So out of the very few locations that are available to grind for in this section, Psyduck was pretty much the best choice of chain.
I wonder if he's
going
gonna
to
tell us more about the shiny hunt method being messed
It was
up.
actually kind of crazy how quickly I was able to
Because he's
evolve
not getting
everything
these
that I caught.
Pokemon in
total, this took
341
basically an hour and a
encounters.
half, but
Something's
that's mostly
messed
because
up.
of how long it takes to get Pokemon to appear. On top of all the level-based
He's getting everything at
evolutions, I
4,000.
also
That's
used the
full
moonstones
odds.
that I collected earlier to evolve the 3 Pokemon that
Such
needed
a cool
those. After
Pokemon.
finishing all
Nidoqueen
that
looks
up, I
cooler.
managed to bring my
He didn't
Pokedex
play the
total of
noise.
51 Pokemon, which is every single shiny Pokemon that you can obtain before the second badge in the game. Overall, this section
51?
wasn't too bad.
That means he's got
but the
100
next
to go.
section is a true test of patience.
Uh-oh. Badge number 3.
After absolutely destroying Misty's team with my League of Shinies, I claim my
It
next
shouldn't be that
badge
hard,
and made
right?
my way back up north to retrieve the SS ticket, which is going to be the next storyline task for this challenge. I decided to skip the areas leading up to Vermilion City, and that's mostly because I was really antsy to just
Look
visit
at
more of the
Blastoise, just chonking around in the background. Like Blastoise is just looking at that Eevee on your head like it's a little donut. He's trying to eat it.
But like I mentioned earlier, it's really best to make it as far as you can
Skip
before
all the train-
really getting
Yo,
into each
Blastoise,
section of the
hey.
challenge. Upon reaching Vermilion, I went directly into the SSN to fight my rival, as well as unlock the ability to have Eevee use Cut from the
So now you
captain
can
of the
go a
ship.
lot
now, at
of
this point in
different
the story,
places.
It's pretty clear you're supposed to go to the gym in this city, which means that we just need to tackle Route 5/6,
Yeah.
Route 11, and Diglett's Tunnel to get all the shinies that we need, right? Here's where things get interesting. One very unique feature about this game is that when you get the option to teach your partner Pokemon a special move like Cut, Strength, and Fly, they
get
aren't
to
tied to a gym badge.
surf.
Although the game does block you off in
Oh
some
my
locations
God.
with the guards
Oh,
in
he's
Diglett's
gonna have to
Tunnel,
catch
the
every
Zapdos
single
City Gates,
Pokemon
and
now,
the
isn't
Snorlax
he?
At the end of Route 11, there is one place that they didn't think of. If we head all the way back up to Cerulean City, there's a tree to the east that we can cut. At this point, you're probably slowly routing the game through your head. Heading east of Cerulean leads to Rock Tunnel, which
You
leads
can
to
go
Town,
everywhere.
Celadon,
That means he's got to beat. He's got to get everything before Gym 3.
That this little oversight has opened up nearly the entire game for us. Now,
oh my God. How did he complete this challenge? Is he going to complete this challenge?
as you can imagine, this is extremely daunting because the list of shinies is extended by 3 to 4 entries for basically every new route that we touch.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of upsides to getting this far in the game. The most important thing to note
Like
is
what?
that there are a lot of quality of life additions that we can take advantage of. Most importantly, flying. Because
Yeah?
it's just a pain in general to run around to every place you want to visit.
You can just
I made
fly
the
to
decision to
places.
just rush my way through the story to
Eevee.
get access to
Eevee
the
can
ability
fly.
to have Eevee
Crazy,
fly.
right?
So I made my way through Rock Tunnel, followed the underground path to Celadon, grabbed the tea from Brock to get
Yep.
access to Saffron City, made my
Getting
way
the
through
tea
the
from
basement
Brock
of the
made it
game
a bit
corner
better.
to take on Giovanni to get the Self Scope.
Such
and
a
strap
cool
some balloons
animation.
to Eevee
These are
to
one of the
make
most
this
beautiful
section
Pokemon
much
games ever
easier
made.
to traverse through.
I
Despite
love
having
this
access to
style.
all these areas now, the game still treats
I
us
think I
we
like this
only have
style
2
more
badges,
than
so the shops won't
Scarlet
have anything
Violet.
better than Great Balls. no
Scarlet
matter
Violet's
which
unique,
location we
but I
try to
really
shop
like
at,
this
which will
style.
make a lot of the stronger Pokemon more likely to run away. Speaking of purchases, there
I'm
is
fine if they
one
just
more
keep
thing
the
that we
style
have
for Let's
access
Go
to
games.
now
That
that
just
is
means
without a doubt
make more Let's Go games, please.
the most helpful thing
So
in
that
the
way
entire
Johnston
channel.
can
If
do
we head
another
to
one of these
Celadon
and get
department
millions and
store,
millions
we have
of
the ability
views.
to finally buy lures at this point in the game.
Oh,
Although the in-game description
lures!
tells you that they have an increased chance of spawning rare Pokemon when in use, these
That doesn't
actually
really
just
do it.
spawn all Pokemon more frequently, which
Yeah.
obviously increases the
Increases
amount
it,
of Pokemon
which
you can
makes
see per
more
hour.
rare pop
But there
up.
is a secret additional mechanic that they don't tell you. This
What?
item increases your shiny odds.
No
Depending
way.
on how far you are in
Wait,
your catch
seriously?
combo, the chance of a shiny appearing with a lure in use is increased, to the point that if we don't even have a catch combo, the odds of a shiny appearing are double.
Oh
This
my
does
God,
have a
that's
sharp part to
crazy.
it, as when you reach a 31 combo, the odds only go from a 1 in 341 chance to a 1 in 315.
Something's not right, though.
But it's important to
If
keep
he's
both
catching
these
all these
values in mind
shinies
for later. Considering that I could tell by
for
this
later.
point that there was
All
something
right.
wrong with the shiny
Good
odds anyways,
storytelling,
I just applied
Johnstone.
one and just saw where it
I guess
took
I gotta
me.
wait.
But there's a looming question that needs to be answered. Where do I even begin? That's why I left it up to you. I did a poll on Twitter where you voted for your favorite city,
Oh.
which determined which side of Saffron I'd start hunting, and you all decided on Celadon, which means we're going to Route 7.
Vulpix!
Or as I like to rename it,
Abra.
The cursed route.
So to start out, in comparison to the
Abra's
most
gonna
recent hunts
teleport.
that I had to do, this area was a lot easier to work
Abra's
with,
gonna
as
teleport.
it was really quick to just pop in and
Oh,
out of the
no.
gate, and with a lure
It's gonna
applied,
happen.
things started to
It's
work
gonna
out
happen.
almost instantly.
He already has
I managed
that
to find a
Pidgeotto.
shiny Pidgeotto after 482 encounters, which was basically half an hour of work, and eradicate the following day after having caught a small chain of Jigglypuff.
You don't need
When
those,
comparing
though.
this to how long the hunts took in the previous section
Is
of
that
the
why
game,
this is the
I
cursed
knew
route?
this seemed a little too good to be true. But with 4 Pokemon that need to be obtained on this route, I was kind of hopeful this luck would continue.
Oh, the Jigglypuff.
Honestly, I almost didn't see that. I
Yeah,
had to do.
You gotta
I
look at
dropped
the
my controller.
sparkles.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh,
This was 3,990 encounters. Not too bad. I mean,
3,000?
it's you get like
This is full
1,000
odds.
per hour.
This
So
shiny
it's
hunting
really
method.
Not that bad.
The next task that I wanted to go for was Abra, which
I thought it was
is a
gonna run
very
away.
interesting
I-
Pokemon
I'm
to hunt in
such
this
a
game.
defeatist,
Unlike
I think
every
it's
other
just gonna run away
Pokemon,
every single
Abra has
time.
the ability to teleport when you're walking in front of it, and as you
Yup.
can imagine,
He
this could
moves
be an
left
absolute
and
disaster with
right.
a shiny, as these Pokemon do not respawn if they disappear from the area. So as long as you just walk behind the Pokemon, you'll never have that issue. But it's by far one of the most nerve-wracking Pokemon to hunt in the game.
oh, there it is. Okay.
Great. This could not be a better situation. It's facing,
It's
in the
facing the
corner,
other
so
way.
no matter what I do, it
There's
can't
no way.
teleport away.
Yeah,
In
no
order to
matter
pull
what
this
he
off,
does,
though,
it won't pull-
I need to have
it won't
stealth.
happen.
I need to have speed.
Yeah.
But most
Okay.
importantly,
You go around the Porygon, then you go right, and then you run up the
Okay, yeah, I have.
Oh, I'm lightheaded. Oh my god, he actually did that. Didn't even teleport. He ran away from it. He teleported. Johnstone teleported. Oh my god. What does he say?
no defense for that. But thankfully, I found it again a couple hours later, and the most important part is that
He
I've
got
learned to be more
it.
careful with the doorways. So there's no way I'd make that mistake again.
He's gonna make that mistake again right now. Oh man. Oh no, it keeps
Dude, that's
happening.
the
how many
third
times is he
shiny
gonna
I
do
failed
it?
today. That's
Third
really
today? Oh my
Gotta
god.
Stop failing them, dude.
Yeah,
2 in a
bro.
row? After
It's
ending the day
such
with
good
5 shiny
entertainment, but
encounters
man.
and 2 back-to-back fails,
Porygon shiny right here,
I
I'm
knew
calling
that I had
it.
good potential to finish this route the
It's a
next
Porygon.
day, and I just need to be mindful of
Oh,
my
it wasn't a
surroundings.
shiny.
As long as I pause each and every time I enter the area to see what's there, there's no way that I could fail another.
He's gonna do it again. Oh, there's the Porygon.
Wow.
He didn't do
that
it.
looks so good. Wow.
He got the Porygon.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna fail it. I have Raz. I have berries.
Why would you fail it? You doubled up on the. Wait, that's regular. Where's your great balls, John?
Okay.
John,
okay,
where's your great balls? It's a blue Pokemon. Where's your great balls?
So much.
They're right there. Why'd you use regular Pokeballs? No. Ah!
Yeah, so I forgot to mention this, but this area also does have a special spawn, but with my previous history with special spawns, I figured it wouldn't be too hard to get back. This is the point where everything changes. A couple hours later, I was able to redeem my catch for Vulpix, and another hour after
Part
that,
of me
I got
so
Porygon
happy,
back.
but also
And I
so
caught it.
sad.
So at this point, I was done with the route that
Like
you had
happy
voted
for the
so I
entertainment,
decided
but
to just take it into
sad
my own hands
for
and make
John's
my way back to Vermilion
crushing
City. I decided to start
soul
with
in the
Diglett
moment.
Cave, which seemed pretty easy because the area is coded to spawn 8 Pokemon at once. But I found out quickly that because this area is really narrow, basically nothing appears when you enter and exit the area. Because special spawn Pokemon have priority over everything else that
But there's
appears,
only one
it
Pokemon,
basically looked like I
Diglett
was
and
hunting
Chansey.
Chansey for the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I decided to walk around instead, even though
You could
I
ride
knew it was going to make
Persian?
the hunt exponentially longer.
No, right here. Purple nose, blue nose. Yeah, you got it.
One, that scared me, and two,
I love
I'm the
how every
luckiest game of my
time
life.
it's just
I
a
think
pause.
I was so terrified of how long this was going to take. This is 84 encounters, 85.
That's crazy.
Maybe. All right, let's catch it.
That's the first time he's gotten like really lucky, or the
82.
luckiest he's gotten.
Oh, I dodged a bullet on that one. Wow.
Route 11 was the next stop to get Drowsy and Mr. Mime.
Drowsy was
Although
the
I able
only
to use
shiny
the
I
gate at the
ever
end of
caught
the
in this
route,
game.
You do have to walk out a little bit to see everything, which resulted in lures getting used up significantly more compared to taking a step in and out of the Route 7 gate. Fortunately, though,
Oh, really?
the gamer gods still came through.
Oh, we almost ran into that. Oh,
I must have activated like
that sound.
my
dog.
gamer
It's
sense.
that sound.
This is 141 encounters. What game am I playing?
The following
Oh
day,
no, I
managed-
fast forwarded.
141 encounters.
Hey, he
The following
caught
day, I
it.
managed
Whoa,
to find
I
Drowsy
didn't
after
expect
about
that to
5
show
hours,
up.
which finished off everything for this area. I made my way back to Spooky Town to take on the tower.
The
as the only
ghastly,
Pokemon that
good
needed to be
shiny,
caught here was
terrible
Ghastly,
evolution shiny.
and I assumed it was going
Gengar,
to be pretty
make
easy to
Gengar
get through, but I
a
was
better
very,
color.
very wrong. This location has the same issue as Diglett's Cave, but arguably worse. Although the game
What's
is
that?
coded to spawn 6 Pokemon on the top floor, I don't think in my entire time there I saw anything close to 6 Pokemon. To conserve burning
Oh.
through all my
How does he
lures,
know?
I had to run into every encounter that wasn't
he a hacker
Chansey to
man? Did he
respawn
go through
them,
the code?
But this location was by far the lowest encounter area so far in the challenge. I think I
Oof.
averaged about 150
For all
encounters per
Chanseys.
hour, so you can imagine how disappointed I
Watch
was
a
to
shiny
get a
Chansey.
Zubat
Oh.
after nearly 4 hours of hunting. Considering that this was also
Oh,
a
he doesn't need
5%
Zubat.
encounter, I wasn't exactly pleased with this, but I knew that with a 60% spawn rate, it had to come soon.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay, so this is after 838, or it was 9.
That's still
I don't know.
double over odds.
I don't know. Okay.
Something's up with the shiny hunting method, and I'm
Oh,
on to
looks
it
so
with you,
good.
John.
Please.
I'm on to it.
Oh my god,
It didn't run away.
Oh, that would have been so bad. That would have been so bad. That would have been so bad. Wow. And it looks so good, too.
Yeah, it's a really good looking
Okay.
shiny.
Let's go to Rock Tunnel. and
poison
then,
ball.
Yeah, let's
Wait,
do
Rock
some easy
Tunnel.
stuff because
But you didn't get Cubone.
That was way too long.
You didn't get
So after
Cubone
spending
yet.
a lot of time in Mount Moon, I knew that this area had potential to find a lot of shinies in the short.
You didn't catch Cubone. Go back. Oh, can
And
Cubone
with the
be
fact
found
that there's
here?
an enormous open area deep in the cave, this was gonna be quick. I decided to go for Kangaskhan
get
because
Cubone
it's
anywhere
unfortunately
else?
another 1% encounter, but I think it's fair to say that the game really wanted me to get it out of the way.
Oh, shiny. Where is it? I don't see it. Oh, John!
On the upside, I found one not even 10 minutes later, which left me with only 3 10% encounter Pokemon
Nice.
that I needed to find. The downside is that this area is home
So he's
to
either
10
really
different
lucky
Pokemon,
or really
so the odds of
unlucky.
finding
Ah,
everything I
Cubone
wanted
is there.
immediately
Cubone,
was pretty
Machop,
slim.
and
I ended up
Rhyhorn.
finding a shiny Golbat later this day,
didn't need
which
that.
was the beginning of the horde of duplicates that I added to my collection. I ended up
Horde.
finding another Charmander, and very shortly after,
Give me
a
that
shiny
one.
Rhyhorn,
Pokemon
which I've
Home.
always
Hey,
wanted.
John, give me. Hey, if you give me that Charmander, I'll plug your channel right now, even though I'm watching your video and stealing your content. Hey, everybody go subscribe to Johnstone. Please give me that Charmander. I want it.
Have, and I started making moves towards getting Machop, which was a little more difficult than I expected.
Why is it difficult? What?
Okay. Thankfully, I was able to get this in only 40 minutes, and the game was
40
kind
minutes.
enough to give me
He's
a
either getting really lucky or really unlucky. There's something up with
yeah,
this.
363. Once again, not too
I
bad.
wonder if he went in with his
But I
current
do want
knowledge,
Cubone.
if he
yeah,
could.
the game didn't agree on that. On top of this Machop, I also found Graveler, which
he's
by
got
the way
a
broke the record for the
Geodude.
most encounters ever. Wowee! Geodude and another
9,000?
Charmander, which proves once again that the special spawns are going to be the most free encounters in the entire game. After a few days of playing
Why?
and nearly 6,000 encounters, I got what I was looking for.
Cubone, Where is it? I don't see it. Oh, please, still be there.
I really don't want to mess this up because I want to get out of Rock Tunnel. I've been here for a week, I think.
Wait, it's still there after his battle. It's still there after his battle.
Okay. Oh, jeez.
Dude, you gave me a heart attack there, John.
Way too much time. Like, actually way too much time.
With the Rock Tunnel completed, basically every encounter in the northern and middle sections of Kanto have been completed for land-based encounters.
Hi, Obama.
While this seems like a major accomplishment,
everyone, say hi, Obama.
There's still quite a lot that needs to be done. At this point in the storyline, there's a large plot point that we've already addressed, that being the game
all
corner
of Team
underground
Rocket.
to get the Sylph Scope. Obviously, this is used
Is
to
he
get
gonna
the
have
top
to
of Lavender
gamble?
Tower,
No,
where we
he already
get the
got
Pokéflute,
Porygon.
and this is
He doesn't
used
need
to
to
awaken the
gamble.
Snorlaxes that are on each side of the map, and upon defeating
you get
them,
Snorlax
will allow you
elsewhere?
to access the southern section of the region. Thankfully, during the hunt near Celadon, I got bored and took care of getting the flute, but there is an elephant in the room.
He's gonna have to soft reset
it's
for
a man. It's based on
Snorlax.
an actual Pokemon designer.
Is it?
You can just look that up.
So
But the point is,
mean.
this Pokemon
Wait,
needs
I want to look that up. Who was Snorlax based on? Ah! Not laughing. I'm not laughing at him. It's so similar.
this game before, you'll probably be quick to say, well, why don't you just hunt this in Cerulean Cave? There's a ton of them. And unfortunately, that location is completely closed off until you beat the main story, which means that I'm going to have to hunt one of these two. Well, technically,
I didn't even
there's
think
only
about
one
that.
left now. Let me explain. So when I
he
initially
had to-
grabbed the flute, I
to get
went
the
west
flute,
of
he had to
Celadon
kill
City,
the-
which is the location for the
Yeah,
other Snorlax.
just you
when you have
say
your
it,
first
John. I can't
interaction with
speak.
one, there's this long cutscene with Mr. Fuji
Yeah, and
where
you
he
don't
explains
wanna
to you
hunt
how
that
the flute
one.
works, and then you're thrown into a battle
It
again.
would take like
The catch
4
is that
times
you've
as
already
long if you had
completed
to
this cutscene.
listen
They're
to
obviously
Mr.
not going to
Fuji.
make you learn this again for the other one, so you can just walk
Does
up
he
and
just
start
break
the
the
battle.
challenge
Well, it does save a lot of
if
time. This
he
is
accidentally
arguably still
killed this
the
one?
longest soft reset hunt in the game, and that's because you have to play the Pokéflute literally every single time you want to battle it. Oh. Because of this, you get maybe 55 encounters per hour.
He should have used the Pokeball rather than the Joy-Con. The little Pokeball, like the fake Pokewalker.
Especially when you're not guaranteed to find it in that amount. But hey,
it's gonna run away.
I did find Magikarp in only a few hours. Surely this will take a bit longer, but I should find this within like a week
to
or
show
so, right?
like boom 1 month.
Yeah. So I know this sounds bad, but to be fair, I did take a little bit of a break. Now, if you know anything about me, I have a history of being unbothered by tedious challenges. I think this video so far
We're
alone
the
is
opposite,
proof of
dog.
that. But because of how much I've been grinding for the previous
couldn't
month,
do this
plus with
for
how
one
slow the
Pokemon.
encounters are, this can
Maybe I
really
do.
drag on and just
Prove
be
myself
boring.
wrong.
I had to put the pedal to the metal and finally
Come on,
get this big
Snorlax.
monster.
Right here. Yeah! Now catch it. Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up.
1,976 encounters, dude.
1,900.
Oh man, that one totally caught me off guard.
Interesting.
Okay, I'm actually fully prepared to catch this thing. Oh, I'm so glad.
Did he catch it?
I'm
Tell me he
finally
caught
done
it.
with This thing, dude.
Uh-oh, he's not gonna
All right,
catch it. I
I'm
already
ready.
feel it. He's not
I'm
gonna
ready
catch
to catch
it.
this thing. Oh my
he
God.
got it!
Oh, I'm finally done. Ah!
Well done.
Okay, so it's actually 1,977, I think.
You get so much XP and
Oh
candies.
my God, I'm finally
His
done.
Pokemon gotta
so
be
at
like.
this point, I had the option of
I
doing
guess
a
he's not
couple more
catching
soft
them.
reset hunts, but as you can imagine, that wasn't exactly something that piqued my interest, so I decided to
What
make my
level are
way
his
down to
Pokemon?
Fuchsia City to tackle another gate-based hunt. Route 14 on the surface seems
'Cause
like an
you-
easy route to
catch
progress in
combos
with
give you
only 2
XP.
Pokemon. However, these 2 Pokemon, being Tauros and Pinsir, are not only some of the rarest and hardest to catch in the game, but
Pinsir's
also
got a
very
cool
likely
shiny.
to flee when trying to be caught. Although I usually go for
Really?
the rarest one, I decided to start with Tauros mostly because
And then
I wanted
Pinsir's gonna
some
show up
instant
first.
gratification
He's
after
going for
spending so
Tauros,
long on
Pinsir's gonna pop
Snorlax,
up.
and the game actually kind of pulled through on that.
Oh, where is it? I don't see it. Oh, I saw it. Ha ha!
I almost ran away from that. I didn't even realize.
I saw it out of the corner of my eye. If I wasn't focused and paying attention,
All right.
I would have ran away from that too.
bad.
After
That's
finding this, I
unbelievable.
strapped in to grab the 1% Pinsir, and like I mentioned, this thing is a pain to chain. Getting
Yeah,
that initial
'cause you've
11
gotta catch
chain to spawn
30
more
of
is
them.
just a mess
Well, I
because
guess
of
11.
how low its catch rate is, but realistically, getting any part of your chain interrupted
If it
is a
runs
bad
away from you, does that?
That really sucks. Oh, that really sucks so bad. I do not want to catch this.
No, don't catch it. Don't catch it. Don't
I
break your
even
catch
know
combo.
What this thing?
I would-
isn't
I
that
would-
its flee animation.
It's gonna run away.
Wait.
Who cares?
Yeah, that is. That was its
Who
flee
cares?
animation. The gamer gods have blessed me.
Yeah, run
with
away.
Giving me.
Because it would break his catch combo.
Oh, I'm so glad that I'm failing.
If it ran
I've
away,
never
I
been
think it breaks
happier-
his catch
I've never
combo,
been
so I would
happier
just
to fail
leave.
Pokemon.
Now,
And go get the
I'm a man
Pinsir.
who knows how to take a sign when he's given one, so I spent the next few days hunting as much as I could. Although the encounters start to go well past the full odds and eventually reach double odds, I knew
Like
that in due
8,000 or
time I'd have
600?
that final Pokemon as long as I took it head on.
Head on. Nice. Good one. Catch it, catch it, catch it, catch it.
I don't know what to do.
I like how you can see the other
What do I
games that he's played throughout the time.
Oh,
like
thank
before it was
God.
Minecraft, now it's Mario Golf.
Now that those hard ones are out of the way, let's do some hard stuff. Route 17, or
Hard
better
stuff?
known as the bike path, is arguably one of the most tedious parts of this section.
Yeah, but
and when you take a
Dragonite
look at the
pops up
encounters
here,
available, at
doesn't
first
it?
glance, you're like, okay, so as long as you don't get the evolutions, it's only like 3 Pokemon, so it can't be that bad. And while that
I
is
thought
technically
Dragonite
true,
popped
the
up
last
here.
Pokemon at the end of the list is a little bit
Oh,
more trouble. Despite
no.
only needing 1 shiny Eevee for the Pokedex,
He needs
this Pokemon evolved
8.
into 3 completely separate Pokemon through the
Never mind, he
evolution
needs
stones,
3.
and because you obviously can't change the Pokemon once you use
Oh,
one,
that's
you're going to
crazy.
catch 3 of these, which sucks.
Yeah.
Although Eevee is kind of a tough Pokemon to catch because
You
it
can
becomes
fly
easier
around.
as you
Flying
go
around on this
along.
route
I
makes it
decided
so
to
much
catch
better.
every single one that I encountered as I went along in hopes that
Nice.
eventually when I did find the shiny, it would be a cakewalk to catch.
Yeah.
After a whopping 1 Eevee, I found a shiny Psyduck, and
Nice.
another 10 later, I came across an interesting issue in this challenge.
Oh, Dodrio! Oh, but he needs the duo.
So this was the first situation where I came across a shiny where I didn't have its
Oh,
pre-evolution.
no.
And when you look at the challenge on a non-shiny level, the goal is to
That
catch everything and bring them
sucks.
to the highest level, which I've technically already done
He
by
needs to
catching
catch
them.
another
Despite
Doduo
that, I
then.
figured you all would find it stupid to not get Doduo, so I made a new rule that if this does happen, I have to get the entire line. Surely this won't delay
Wow.
the area, right?
The
Wait,
music begins.
wait, why is there music playing?
Uh-oh.
No, please. I've been trying so hard. It's been a year and a half at this point. Please don't be foreshadowing.
It's foreshadowing!
Oh, it's
Show
getting
it to us,
louder.
John!
This is not good. After catching only 93
This is a good video.
EV, I
This is a
ended up finding
really,
my
really
first
good video
shiny,
so
and
far.
I decided to keep up with this process of catching all of them, and it worked out pretty well in my favor. The next day, I found another Psyduck before finding the second Eevee, which admittedly might have only been 102.
Oh.
But I also encountered 8,000 beforehand, so
Why is he
this has
using
high
Premier
potential
Balls?
to
Oh,
be
he's
the
not
most
using Premier
encounters in a
Balls.
single hunt thus far. After another hour of playing, I managed to stumble across a
Ponyta!
shiny Ponyta to mark
Woo!
another off the
You
list.
got the
but
Rapidash,
this was the
too.
start of a pretty bad streak
Still
of
needs the
encounters.
duo. Chansey 1. Chansey
Although I
2.
didn't fail any of these, finding another Dodrio and my 5th and 6th Chansey in this challenge didn't really help morale.
Oh, he
After
must
a week
love
of being stuck
Chansey
here,
right
I
now.
managed to get something that I wanted.
Eevee. Oh!
Wait, this happened after.
Does that mean he could put the Eevee on his head as a
4,357
shiny?
Encounters.
I would do that. I don't
could
think you
not
can,
be
though.
Happier to find this Pokemon.
Nice.
Great.
And he caught it.
So that leaves me with 1 left. Only
2 EVs down.
1 Pokemon left to go, and I'm finally done.
This left
Imagine
only
if you could
Doduo,
unevolve
and surely
Pokemon.
with all this bad luck, I'd find it right away, right?
Where's the foreshadowing music, John? Uh-oh.
Say what you will about these Pokemon, but I dodged getting a shiny Pidgey or Rattata when they take up 30% of
True!
the encounters for this area. After about 1,600 encounters, I finally
duo!
managed to get the
Catch
final
it, catch
Pokemon
it,
for this
catch
area,
it.
which only took nearly 2 weeks to
Don't
do
run
in
away.
total. This left me with only 2 more encounters.
Remember
to
at the beginning when he said
and
300
I'd like
hours?
to think that the game was really trying to compensate this day for the 7 duplicates that I had found.
Oh!
Dude, this is what 7 encounters?
7?
Maybe 7.
That's crazy.
All right.
Awesome.
Wow.
Get it out of the way.
So.
Oh, I
this
wish there was like a
8
counter that showed me
whopping 8.
how many he had. But also, like, it's a really cool storytelling technique to where if you're immersed, you're kind of just watching. You know, and you can't really get distracted. Personally, I like to have things when we edit videos like this where there's just always something keeping the user's attention. John takes his videos in a little bit of a different way, and he just expects you to watch through the whole thing and then tells the best story. And that's one of the things I really like about John Stone's videos.
Oh man, I'm so glad that happened.
Uh-oh. Oh, Krabby!
That's it. That's the last one I need, dude. Oh, I'm so excited. It took me it took me an hour.
There's
actually,
still a lot
exactly,
more
from
Pokemon he
finishing my
needs, right?
chain. An hour
How's he gonna
total
do the
to get
Safari
this, which
Zone?
Oh,
is really solid.
Both of these Pokemon were found in
His
a span of
Charizard's
2
level
hours,
100.
and
I just
was
saw it.
Farfetched to
That's
be the longest one due
crazy.
to the fact there were no gates nearby, so I would have just had
Level
to run
100
into them.
shiny
Now, despite there
Charizard
being 2 more
before Gym
Pokemon that we'll address a
3.
bit later, this is currently every accessible land encounter that we can obtain. And with that phrasing, I'm sure you know what we're going to do next. Just like how we got cut from the captain, we can also teach Eevee how to
there's
surf
water
just by going to
Pokemon.
Fuchsia City.
Yeah, 'cause he's in
now,
the land.
where can we go with this?
Tentacruel,
Well-
Tentacool.
Just about everywhere. Trying to figure out where to start is the real question to ask, and I figured the
And he
best
went to
play would be able to
Twitter!
a place with a ton of spawns, as well as a high rate of encounters that I can see per hour. This takes us to the power plant. This location is amazing for those reasons,
Oh,
as well as the fact that when you
no.
step into the first room of the power plant,
I've
you're
seen
greeted with
so
at least
many many shiny fails
Pokemon,
here.
which is obviously significantly faster
I have
than
seen
where we just were. The
so
first day attempt
many
in this area
shiny
worked out
fails
really
here.
well, as I found a shiny Electabuzz, which is the lowest percentage encounter aside
How do you
from
get
evolutions.
Elekid?
This, however, is not that Electabuzz. This is another one that I found during this, and the reason I'm showing you this one instead is...
What?
Ironically, my power went out while I was recording this day, and the file
Happens.
corrupted.
Happens.
If you know anything about me, this stuff is kind of on brand.
Power goes out. This is why everybody should be recording in .mkv instead of .mov. If your power shuts out, a .mkv can be remuxed into into an MP4. So hey, listen, look up if you're a YouTuber, record in MKVs. If you're not a YouTuber, I just sound like I'm talking about STDs.
I ended up hunting this area off and on for about a month, and I eventually came across shiny
Voltorb.
Voltorb, as well as that second Electabuzz. That
Did he catch the
I've never
Voltorb?
seen before. On the first day of September, I decided to grind to finish up this area, and needless to say, it paid off.
Chansey. Oh, there was a Magnemite.
Finally.
Oh my God, it scared me so badly, bro.
Oh
I saw the
my
Magnemite
God, man.
as he ran into the
Let me
Chansey.
tell you that this is like one of my favorite shinies of all time. This
Wait,
is, I believe, the second
why is-
shiny I ever found.
Why is there a Mr. Oh, it's his Mr.
ever
Mime.
in the history
I
of
see.
time. So I
Nice.
love it.
Good shiny.
Fantastic.
Good catch.
Great. Now you're probably thinking, wow, John, that's pretty impressive that you
It
got
is
to this
pretty
section with
impressive.
only one duplicate. And
Only
no
one
special
duplicate?
spots? That's a big change from the last area.
Foreshadowing. Play the music.
Oh, no, I did. I just left them out.
Thank you. Oh, you can see
Again,
this was in
no
2021. He's not even in 2022 yet, and he's oh my God, this is I would have cried.
No way, dude. How?
Oh my God.
Oh no, this Joy-Con's dead, and I can't use it. Oh no, I can't catch Chansey. Oh no, what a shame.
How many Joy-Cons do you think he had to buy for this challenge? Do you think he just had like
Oh
an
my
array of
God,
like
I've
30
only been recording
Joy-Cons
For
on his desk?
Literally 3 minutes, so I don't.
He's like switching on a Joy-Con on, Joy-Con off.
But like, oh my God, man.
This is a month of just Chanseys.
This is so stupid, dude.
And you want to know the worst part?
I also
We're not
failed
done here.
one?
As most of you know, at the end of the power
during the
plant
power
maze,
outage.
we can encounter Zapdos, which begins yet another soft reset hunt for this challenge. Now, by this point, I don't need to explain how tedious this is. But
Yeah,
it's
no.
important to note that the
Legendary's gonna be
legendary birds
hard.
are the fastest reset hunts that you can do in the game.
Really?
As you have the ability
Oh,
to
you
skip
can
the entire
skip!
interaction
That's
cutscene and jump
crazy!
right into battle. This still
Oh, so he's
takes
gonna
about
get it.
45 seconds
Surely
to get
he's gonna
through,
get
but
this
those extra 10 seconds
in
compared to
only
Snorlax make
100
a world of
encounters,
difference in the
right?
long run.
Surely.
There it is, dude. There it is.
That's the shiny?
Okay, so that was 2,003 encounters, man.
Ooh.
Finally. If you live a flamethrower,
At least he's getting
that's wild.
his static encounters.
See ya.
I thought he
There
just
we go,
killed it,
baby.
dude.
There we
I
go.
legit thought he just killed the shiny. Nice.
That doesn't look any different.
No, it does not.
Well, that's that.
Time to get out of power plant.
After completing the power plant, I initially wanted to try and go to get another high spawn area like the rock tunnel, where I could knock out a few of the easy ones to make it feel like I'm
Rock
actually
tunnel.
making
Oh,
progress
that's
in this
right,
challenge.
yeah.
But since I was already in this area, I figured to take care of one last
Dratini.
difficult one, so I didn't have to come back.
Yeah,
Dratini. Out
good
of all
thing
the
you didn't
overworld
catch a
spawns for this section
Dragonite.
of the challenge, this is
'Cause I remember
arguably
there
one
was
of
a
the hardest
Dragonite that I
ones
thought
for quite a few
spawned,
reasons. Although
but-
it may seem like the big problem is that it
You
only
gotta
has a
evolve all
4%
of them,
encounter
right?
rate, which makes it take nearly 2 hours just to get to a chain of 31.
2
The real
hours?
issue is just making a combo.
don't-
A majority
I
of the
don't
time,
have
after throwing, like,
the
2 balls, they do
mental
their flea
capacity
animation,
to do
and
something
I'm
like
sure
this.
I encountered nearly 70 to 80 Dratini before I was able to actually start hunting with the best odds.
Wow.
One big thing to note is this was the first water hunt that I did, and in order for them to spawn in this location, you need to be in or above the water for them
This
to
was
spawn.
a
This means that you're
lore
not
and
able to go in
31.
and out of the power
Wow,
plant, which resulted
no
in seeing a little
Pokemon are
over
spawning.
200 Pokemon an hour.
That's
I assume this is gonna take quite a
crazy.
while.
Oh,
I wasn't
no.
exactly wrong.
Oh, there it is. Get it. Don't let it run away.
Well, okay, that's really good.
Wait, hey, play with
At this
easy right
point,
now
I wanted
instead.
some of the other player to aid in catching, but this was the moment that I found out that you can't use a second player at any point when doing water captures.
Oh,
Despite that,
no.
I tried to run it.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, no, it's going to run away. That was the animation. That was the animation.
No!
Did you use a berry, John?
No! Don't.
B.
I hate this game. Actually, physical pain. Oh my god! So...
I'm so sorry, John. I'll never wish another Pokemon run away from me. Hey, you had a Master Ball. You should have used that. Just saying.
One thing we're going to completely disregard is the fact that I didn't use the Ultra Balls, that I hadn't used the entire challenge because I couldn't get more of them until we have a lot more badges. But aside from that, this battle was completely out of my control. On the upside, I was able to escape, so it couldn't break my chain. So at least I wanted to start over from
It's a pink Pokemon.
Again, right?
Well, I guess it doesn't evolve into...
Okay, come on.
Good throw.
Yeah, so I hunted this for like 5 hours today, so I'm kind of...
Wait, no!
Remember when it said it took him 2 hours to get the,
That was its flea animation? In my defense, I had never seen this Pokemon's flea animation, and additionally, can you blame me for not thinking that was it? I'm not exactly sure what I was expecting to see, but...
That's crazy. I can't blame you. But good luck getting...
We're not doing this again.
The next day, I found another Magikarp after only a few encounters and actually caught this one.
Nice.
And although Dratini would have been a lot better,
His
I had
Pokemon
found out
home
Dratini at this point
is
that the next catch
stacked right
combo was
now.
going to be significantly easier.
Like,
to find.
absolutely
After facing
stacked.
with 2 more Magikarp, I finally found another Dratini
Catch it.
after a measly
Master Ball it, bro.
474 encounters.
Why is this
because
one
the section
green?
basically took an extra
The last one was red. That one was a green circle.
The first one.
Maybe because he
Didn't
caught
really have
30.
much to say about this one. After the section, I decided that I really wanted to hammer out a ton of the easy encounters, and surprisingly, there
Tentacle,
really aren't
right?
that many locations left to choose from. But the Seafoam Islands had by far the largest amount to catch when you can count all the evolutions for each of the hunts I had to
Seal.
do. Considering that Rock Tunnel
forgot that was a Gen
insanely
1
fast for
Pokemon.
encounters, I assumed
Eevee's
this
that
area was going to
strong.
be exactly the same. I was wrong. But to be fair,
Jinx.
this area averages around 600 encounters per hour.
Wait, how do you get
but
that one
in comparison,
stone?
this was basically half of what I expected, and that was mostly because only 5 Pokemon could appear at a time, and there were basically no areas large enough to do that.
Oh,
Although I was worried of
that
having
didn't
another
make sense.
Dratini episode again, the largest issue that I was worried about walking into this section was the very unnecessary dense fog that was on every floor. For some reason, the devs decided to make the entire area hazy.
He's gonna
and
have to look
random
for the
large balls of
sparkles.
light appear on the ground where you sometimes can't even see the Pokemon. To make it even more annoying,
Oh,
all 3 of the
yikes.
Pokemon that need to be caught on land are
They don't
conveniently
look
just a
much
lighter
different.
shade of their
Yeah.
regular version.
Especially
so I figured it was
Seal.
gonna fail a few shinies before I was done. I decided
Don't
to go for
fail
Jinx
any.
first,
I hope he
and
doesn't
after
fail
only
any here.
122 encounters, I found a shiny Golbat, which is my 3rd by this point, but since it
Crobat's
took no
gonna be
time
sick.
at all, I wasn't really bothered by that. A couple days later, I found a Jinx, and although I did
Nice.
just complain about how hard it was going to be to see the shinies,
He
this
saw it
stood out
pretty
pretty
easily.
well and
Yeah.
was super easy to catch. Seal, on the
He
other
used an
hand,
Ultra Ball.
was a completely different story. We're going to do a quick experiment.
He didn't
Out
use
of
an
these
Ultra
two
Ball in
pictures,
Dratini.
which one do you think is shiny Seal?
He's gonna say something dumb like both of them are shiny Seal.
Exactly. It's shiny blows. This is one of the shinies
Wait,
that I
those
imagine
were
was
actually
gonna be one of the most
different?
frustrating the entire
No,
game.
he's
solely because
lying.
It looks nearly identical to the regular one, but thankfully, the game decided to bless me.
Sparkles, sparkles, sparkles. I see the
You know,
sparkles.
I expected for the shiny to be like kind of hard to see. But
glad-
that is,
I'm
that is
glad he's
next
not
level
failed
impossible
these.
to figure out. There it is.
Yeah, he
How much
didn't
different
show
does it
2
look?
different
Really, how much
ones.
different does it look? Because I'm banking on barely any different. There it is.
I can see that it's different.
That might be, out of the entire game, the worst shiny.
The last
No,
line encounter that I
Gengar.
had to chain for this area was
Gengar
Slowpoke,
is.
and words cannot
one looks like
express how
Creamsicle.
absolutely frustrating this Pokemon was to
I
chain.
love
Nearly every
Slowpoke as a
Slowpoke
Pokemon.
took at least 5 Great Balls to
Slowking
be
is just
caught,
cool.
and I had to run from easily
Same with
40 of them
Slowbro.
before I had a complete chain. This one also took the longest out of
That's
the
it.
area after 5,765 encounters, but I once again found it on the first phase,
Silver
so I
Raspberry.
can't really complain too much. I genuinely thought I was going to fail it, but
He used
thankfully we
another
can move
Ultra
on to
Ball.
the harder part of this area. Shelter can only be found in the Seafoam
the-
Islands, so we once again have to deal with more
Shelter.
water encounters.
I'm
Because I
like
didn't
getting
have Tentacle
reminded
by
of
this
all
point,
the
I
Gen
wasn't
1
really too
Pokemon.
concerned about
How many
phasing in
Pokemon
this
does he
area.
have at this
But
point?
If you thought the fog looked annoying before,
Tentacles here too.
I mean, come on.
That's helpful.
What is this? I was a little worried because the encounter rate was
He's
a
going
lot
for
slower
Shelter,
than the
but
land
he has a
encounters,
chance of
but I
getting
ended up
a
finding one
tentacle, which
almost
will help.
immediately.
That's it. Oh no, it wasn't. That's it.
No, I was gonna say that it was gonna be hard to see it, but that was
No, it's
real.
bright
That was
orange.
like blatantly obvious that Pokemon was there. I love this shiny. I think I'm pretty. Yeah, I
It's
already
a
have
really good
this,
shiny.
In another
Psyduck is
game.
cooler.
I think it's an Ultra Sun. Please, come on, don't make me rechain, please.
Nice. Nice.
Okay.
While that basically covers
Okay.
everything for this area, we once again have to hunt the legendary bird for this area.
I
Articuno.
also
Now, by
don't
this
think
point in
that
the challenge,
Articuno's
I thought I
shiny
had
is
a little
good.
trick up my sleeve with the soft resets for this challenge.
What's the
Aside
trick?
from Magikarp at the beginning of the game, I made sure to put down a lure before I saved to interact with the Snorlax and Zapdos. Although I was more so using this as a good luck charm, because I found them in around 2,000 encounters, I had the thought that maybe
Maybe
the
it
lures worked on
works.
overworld
Yeah.
static Pokemon like these, rather than the base odds of the game. This bird proved to me that that wasn't true.
Uh-oh. 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 There's the shiny.
Okay.
Let me guess. 6,300.
This took forever, dude.
6,374.
So long. This is 4,200 encounters.
That's
Exactly.
full odds.
If I can get into the excellent combo
man.
thing, that'd be really, really, really solid. Where it's
gonna
like
run away.
attacks. Or I catch it now. Oh, my god.
He got it. Nice. I was gonna say Master Ball. He's got that
Okay,
Master Ball.
so this took me roughly 50 hours. Like it was definitely over 50 hours.
Oh,
All right,
man.
So now that I've got these two, well, there is one more, but we don't get that.
Has
in
anyone
this
else
section.
done this challenge?
So yeah,
I know
let's
people have
just go
caught
take
every
on
shiny in Let's Go.
Pokemon Mansion.
But has anyone else
take it from
done
there.
this
So the game plan
challenge?
set, I made my way back to Cinnabar
Ditto!
Island to chain Ditto, and despite
Yes!
thinking this was the end of my bad luck streak, I was wrong.
I
The
want to
next
catch a
I found
shiny
was not
Ditto
only the
from this
longest
game
hunt numerically
so I can
that
put
did
it in
the game
Scarlet
with
and Violet.
11,300 encounters. It was also not Ditto, and yes, it
What?
was Chansey, but unfortunately,
Huh?
it got worse. It's so messed up. You know what?
At least it wasn't a Ditto,
I'm
John.
not even gonna acknowledge.
At least
the
it
fact
was-
that
it was
that
not a
shiny
Ditto.
Chansey.
It doesn't matter.
But that-
Yeah, who wants the Chansey?
To make matters worse, I ended
He's
up
gonna have a
finding
whole
2 more
box of
Chansey
them.
that week before finding Ditto.
Whole box.
But the game still wanted me to work for it.
This is laggy. That was the Ditto. Oh.
So after the super eventful week, I made my duty to finish off the day strong.
John!
And about
See,
an
I
hour-
was such an ass in the beginning of this, where I'm like, I hope he runs away from shinies. I've been watching this video for so long now, and so have you, that I'm just like cheering him on.
After failing that Ditto, I was able to reclaim it and clear my bad luck
Yeah!
streak. The following recording, I ended up catching both
Magmar!
Magmar and Coughing within the span of 2 hours,
Nice!
which ended up being the final encounters for the area, as well as
Oh, that's
basically
right, there's no
every wild
Elekid or
land encounter
Magby in this.
Now, when it comes to tracking down the remaining
forgot
water
about that.
Pokemon,
That was
thankfully
Gen
most can be caught
3.
in multiple locations, so I was able to narrow most of them down to
'Cause they
one
added
general
Electivire too.
location,
Yep.
Route 19. This is the area right outside of
That's
Seafoam
cool.
Islands, and it contains Tentacool,
Lapras?
Staryu, and a special
Staryu!
spawn Lapras, which surprisingly makes
Wait
this
a
the
minute.
largest section that's left.
You couldn't
I
get
decided to start with
Staryu before
and
Gym
I
2?
didn't get one first try.
I didn't know that.
But that's not always a bad thing.
Oh, that was a shiny. Oh, it's right next to that Starmie, though.
Really rare. Oh boy.
Wait, he wants the. He still needs Staryu.
This is a 1% shiny, dude.
Oh, I didn't want that.
Holy moly. That's such a sick shiny, dude.
It is. That's one of the better shinies in the game.
Wow. That
Imagine what shiny Starmie looks like in Scarlet Violet with the
Later in day, I
updated
managed to encounter
textures.
Tentacool and then
Frieza!
Tentacool. And fun fact, this is the point in time where BDSP came out, so I kind of stopped playing for a while. I ended up coming back to this game in
Wow,
December.
he's
the day
really
before
been
my
doing this for a
birthday,
long
and I finished
time.
with another Magikarp
That's
and
crazy.
Tentacool, and later that week, it finally appeared.
Do you think Johnstone's doing another one of these as we speak?
Oh
Ooh,
my.
Starmie!
That
Staryu, go get it. By the way, my bagel didn't show up today. I ordered a coffee and a bagel, and I scheduled it so that way when I woke up, I could enjoy my coffee and bagel. They delivered it to the wrong house. How? It wasn't even in my neighborhood. So I had to drive there.
I'm a little preoccupied. Okay, it's pretty. I like it.
It's gonna run away.
And it's a little silly. I had to.
Starmie has a cooler shiny, but this also has a crazy good
I already
shiny.
got a shiny Starmie, but you
Yeah.
know what? Hey, I gotta see every shiny. I got it.
Dodrio.
That was the plan from the rip.
I get so
gotta see
nervous
every shiny, and
because
you
he
know
doesn't
what?
he doesn't like
I'm
lead
gonna see every
music
shiny.
up to
So I
a
mentioned
shiny
earlier that
fail.
this area
So
contains
every single
Lapras,
one,
and
I'm
I would like to say
fully
something
anxious.
Very brave. That's not true at all. Every Pokemon website that shows data for this route says that it can be here, but if you couldn't tell from the gameplay you've seen so far, not a single one has shown up. To prove my point a little further, if you
where is
immediately swim
Tentacool?
over to Route 20, a Lapras will almost instantly spawn, so I just decided to hunt this here. When it comes to hunting this, because we're not close to any doorways to instantly check,
Just zooms
I
in on
decided to
its
go with
neck.
the method I used for Bulbasaur and just encounter it over and over. If you end up trapping it in a corner, it's a lot easier to spawn it consistently. Not
Interesting.
really what I had in mind. Just like Staryu, I found another Tentacool and Magikarp, but after basically a day and a half of hunting, I had found one of the best shinies in the game.
Bump it up, Purple Lapras!
Wow. Wow, that looks so good.
I don't think it's one of the best.
Please don't run off of
It's
me.
a cool
Wow,
shiny.
That looks amazing, dude.
But I don't think it's one of the best.
Fantastic shiny.
That's just my opinion.
Come on.
Don't run away. Come on. Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, great.
Wow, that's
It's not
so
getting any
good.
better. Every single time he tries to catch a shiny, he gets I'm anxious.
Their own little locations, so no matter where you go, they'll take a while to get. I decided to go for Horsey back on Route 12.
Oh, that's shiny right there.
Finding it on the first try.
Wow.
Which was a great reward for how absolutely
33 catch
annoying it
combo.
was to throw balls at. The next location, however, is not as simple. All the way back on Route 22, where we started the challenge, you might have noticed this little pond. This is the only place at the moment where Poliwag spawns, and as you can probably assume by how much space is available,
sucks.
this doesn't offer a lot of encounters. At most, it can spawn 3. So
How do you
if
teach
run
a
into
catch
everything that
combo?
You see, you might encounter 100 Pokemon an hour.
Oh my god. No,
I
don't catch
see
it.
If you don't. Although it took me about 10 hours to find, an
Nice.
hour later
I don't see it if
redeemed
you don't.
myself.
There it is! Oh.
I knew something was different about that one. I was like, huh,
Imagine it was a
that one
Poliwhirl
looks-
and he had to catch it
is
all
so
over again.
Insanely
That's cursed.
not different. Wow, that is almost
It
impossible
evolves
to see
into...
in
No,
every way.
it doesn't have a great shiny when evolved. I just remembered.
Two overall encounters left, and then it's just soft resetting
Well,
until the end.
Poliwrath's green.
So at this point in the challenge, Legends Arceus came out, so I spent a lot of time playing that, and
He's
basically the
really
following 2
been
months
doing this
circled
for
around me
so
perfecting my
long.
Pokedex in that game.
Legends
There's
Arceus
actually
was
something
amazing.
very interesting that came during this time period. So when new Pokemon games come out, people like to look inside of them. It's
Yeah?
an annual event. The words Pokemon and leak basically go hand in hand.
Yeah.
And data mining or looking through the game's code was
I have
originally
all
done
those
through Let's
terms
Go when
blocked
it
on
dropped.
Twitter. I do
However,
not like spoilers.
Ever since these games were released, there's been a history of information being found in the code that didn't accurately reflect what people
This is
were
what's going to
experiencing.
talk about
A couple
the
weeks later,
shiny
after
odds.
Legends released, a Twitter user by the name of Anubis did a deep dive back on how catch combo works in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu.
Oh,
and
he's been
Eevee.
doing full
And what
odds
he
this whole
found
time.
answered every question that people had for years. It's important to know what was correct. In order to have the best odds to catch a shiny, you need to have a 31 catch combo or higher. In addition,
It
all
only
Pokemon
affects
have
the
an
next
increased chance of being
shiny,
shiny.
or the next
But here's
Pokemon.
the part that was missed. When you catch a Pokemon to continue your catch combo, the next Pokemon that spawns will have that increased chance of being shiny. This
But
means that every
nothing
Pokemon
after
that
that.
shows up after that will be back to either the base odds in the game
Oh,
or half odds
man.
if you have a lure card.
All
the way
of
that you
these were
continue these
full
increased
odds.
chances is
Well,
the same way that I
little
mentioned
bit
at the
less
beginning
than
of the
full
video.
odds.
Catch Pokemon. So as long as you catch a Pokemon and it continues your catch combo, you get the better odds. As you can probably
not been
imagine,
doing
this hurt to
that.
hear considering that there are basically no more overall Pokemon that I have to hunt in this challenge at this point. But from the start, getting to the bottom of this mystery was one of the
No!
big goals I had for this video, and to be honest,
Hey, Johnstone, now you got to speed run it.
It is
now
funny
you
to
just
look
have to
back and
redo the whole
realize that I was
challenge and
doing
speed
that
run
for
it,
Eevee and
right?
Staryu and never really considered that I was getting luckier for a reason. But despite that, there's still
Yeah.
Pokemon that need to be caught. So after spending like 400 hours
Wow,
playing
that's
Legends, I knew that I had to come
crazy.
back to the challenge to not only try out the new
Tangeli.
method, but
He's
also
gotta get a
just
green
finish
one.
the challenge in general. In comparison to the rest of the shiny hunts I already completed in this challenge, this method really didn't feel all that different. Although Tangela was extremely annoying to chain because
What-
of its high
what color is
ability to
Tandrov?
flee,
Is it also
eventually I was
green?
able to
I
get
don't
the
remember.
catching ring to turn green and was able to catch them in a single Great Ball. After
Nice.
chaining a whopping 16 Tangela, I
Weeping
found a
Bell.
shiny Weeping
He's already got a
Bell,
Bellsprout,
but
so it
since
doesn't
I knew
matter.
that I needed to catch a bunch more at this point to increase
Has
my
he
catch
evolved
rate,
that?
it wasn't
I didn't
really
see him get a
that
Leaf
concerned.
Stone
I actually
yet.
wanted to get a high catch combo before I saw the shiny because I knew that I realistically only had 1 or 2 chances to catch it because of its
Yeah.
flee rate. And
It's
boy,
gonna run.
did I catch a lot of Tangela. After catching 406 Tangela, I finally found it.
406.
This spawned immediately after catching another one, so to my knowledge, this was the first ever method-hunted Pokemon I found in this entire challenge. While 400 Tangela may seem like a lot of time,
That's
I found this
crazy.
in about 5
That-
hours.
this is
which
his
in
first
retrospect isn't
actual
bad at all
boosted
compared to
shiny
other
odd
routes where
Pokemon.
you can't use gates. With Tangela on the squad, I successfully caught every
Unreal.
land encounter for
400
this
instead
section.
of,
There is still one
thousands.
more water encounter that has to be completed. Heading to Route 6, I had to find Goldine, which is arguably the worst water hunt in the game.
Is
next
it?
to
How?
Poliwag. In total, only 3 can spawn, and trying
Oh.
to chain this is a mess because of how weirdly it moves on the screen. I've been dreading
It
this one for the
moves,
entirety of the challenge,
yeah.
so I knew that even with a new method, this could take days to get, especially since there are land Pokemon that
It's gonna pop up. I knew it. I knew it. I can tell.
Oh.
I can tell off the cadence
After
of his
only catching
voice.
11, I'd obtained a shiny Goldine, which meant that I
11?
was finally ready to take on the rest of this section, the soft resets. So although I did do a few
Hitmonlee.
soft
How
reset
do you get?
Pokemon like Snorlax,
Wait, how can you get
Zapdos,
Hitmonlee and
Articuno,
Hitmonchan
there's still
if you only get to
4
pick
more Pokemon
one?
that need to be addressed before we can get to the next badge. Just like the route tweet that I
What
made at the
other
beginning
ones?
of the section, I asked you which one I should hunt first, but disguised their choices as their shiny variants. As you can see,
Blue?
there are only 3 choices instead of 4.
That's
but
Hitmonchan
we'll talk
because of the
about that in a bit.
gloves.
After
The gloves are
1,000
blue.
votes, you decided that I should go to Saffron City to take on the dojo. After
Yeah.
fighting all the karate guys, I was able to choose between Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan.
He's gonna go for
and although
Hitmonchan 'cause
you can
it's
catch
blue.
both of these in the wild, unfortunately that area is blocked off by the next few badges, so I have to soft reset for one of them. There really isn't a good or bad choice when it comes to this part, so I just chose
How do you get
Hitmonchan
both of
because
them,
it's a much
though?
more vibrant shiny, so I figured it would have a much less chance of not
I'm
noticing it and
confused.
soft resetting over it.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh! god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I just had a heart attack, bro! Don't play with us!
743 soft resets, which does place it as the second highest static Pokemon this far in the challenge, but out of all the remaining ones that I have to do, this is the fastest one out of the bunch. Now that we're done with this part of the map, I figured I'd go for the second most voted option, which brings us all the way back to the opposite side of the map at Cinnabar Island. Although the Pokemon Mansion is realistically the only place to get encounters here, we can also go to the Pokemon Research Lab and revive the Helix fossil that I collected all the way back last
2 years ago. You can hear the pages turning. Yes.
Now, as I mentioned before, there are 4 static encounters that I had to soft reset for to finally finish off this section. And this location has 2 for the moment.
Give us a pink
as
shell.
Aerodactyl has to be revived here. However, I
don't have the old amber
There isn't
yet.
anything stopping me from picking up the old amber, but having both items in my party at once just seems like a disaster waiting to happen.
Next shiny.
Let's say hypothetically that I'm distracted while playing because
I'm
pretty much watching TV and movies while I'm doing soft resets.
What does that mean? Is there gonna be some like weird sound effect that pop up that can be like, oh my god?
Obviously, I'm being dramatic, and the odds of that happening are insanely low, but knowing my luck, that's something that would definitely happen to me. So
I personally like making our own sound effects for stuff. Makes it fun. Pink. Yes.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow, that took
I see how the audio is different, where people could be like, oh, he cheated
on
these.
My mic, so I guess I'm just gonna be loud. That took 2,836 encounters. I decided to take a break from Cinnabar Island and make that my last stop in this section. Instead, I decided to hunt arguably the most unique hunt in the entire game. If we head back to Vermilion City, there will be a woman sitting on a bench who will ask you to catch 5 Meowth and bring them back to her. Once you complete that, you'll be given Arcanine or Persian if you're playing Let's Go Pikachu. This was intended to be your introduction to getting your first ride Pokemon in the game.
Can't you get Growlithe somewhere else, though?
And of course, we have to hunt this. For some reason, I had a gut feeling this is going to take a while.
What? You can get Growlithe from the left of Lavender Town.
Oh my god.
Firestone, maybe?
I finally got it.
Wait, why couldn't he just evolve a Growlithe?
God. This took so long. It took me 8,733 encounters to get this. I have been complaining to my friends about how long this Pokemon took to appear. This took me about 110 hours to get. So
670 hours.
With the longest hunt by over double behind me, it was time to catch the final Pokemon for this section. Aerodactyl. Back on Cinnabar Island, I spent the following days reviving Aerodactyl, and as you can probably imagine,
I don't even know what this Pokemon shiny is. I think it's like a little bit more purple.
I was hunting for about 8 to 10 hours a day at this point, which results in, at most, 500 to 600 encounters per day. Even with distractions like movies and TV, sitting down for that long isn't enjoyable.
Has he finished watching Better Call Saul yet?
I'm trying to make this out to be a, oh my god, guys, my job is so
why do you play Pokemon Sword?
But hunting these was easily the worst part of the challenge. Thankfully, I was compensated for Arcanine.
Boom! Purple!
Oh my god.
Scared me, bro.
I almost reset over
scared me, bro.
Oh my god.
Dude, imagine he actually did reset over this, and then his like line was, yeah, thanks for compensating me from Arcanine.
This is a big moment.
He's gotta be close now.
Pokemon done. By the way, this was 1,899.
Is this the last one?
99.
It's not that bad of encounters.
Soft resets.
That means 2 days based off of his estimate of 600 a day.
I believe a year and a half. I started this in May. I finally caught every Pokemon available before badge number 3.
He did it! Wait, that's it?
That's a lot of Pokemon. Regardless, I can now grind every single Pokemon,
late game Pokemon,
and
right?
finally actually play the game. Because I haven't done any
He hasn't played story in over a year.
2020, realistically, maybe 2021, early 21. I don't remember.
Oh no!
For too long. Now, just like the previous section of this game,
dang, that thing got a big head. Hey, don't you dare comment right now that I got a big head. Listen, I know.
Grab the next gym badge without evolving some super forgettable Pokemon that I caught a year ago. Realistically, any place is fine to do this,
make sure
but
that
I found that Magmar is one of the more common high XP Pokemon that you can chain. And although I found this shiny on the first phase, so the catch rate was bad.
Honestly, I thought that catching Pokemon gave you candies for XP.
I know what you're thinking.
But I think they give you stat
candies.
candies.
Do not recap every evolution. I gotta put my kids to bed soon. I gotta work in the morning.
Play the noise.
Don't worry, I won't. All these Pokemon were evolved in the span
of 2 hours. He didn't play the noise, though.
It was honestly just a surreal experience reliving all the moments of the Pokemon I
just wanted to hear it once.
Journey. Was I done with the challenge? No, but this was easily the largest section, so it was kind of emotional, which may seem a little silly for different colored pixels.
Right on these nuts.
But this was a long time coming. It's important to note that I also had some Stone Evolution Pokemon that
he really doesn't have that that much
I made a
money.
quick stop in
I would have
Celadon
thought
to
he'd be
grab
like the
very
richest
few that I
person ever by
needed to
now.
involve Pokemon like this one. You know, I
Smash.
actually have a really fun fact about this one. Did you guys know that in terms of every Evolving Dragonite, I caught and registered 127 shiny Pokemon in my
Good one.
Pokedex, which is a little more than the 51 that I started this section with.
Oh, where do you get
but
Sandshrew?
There's still a bit more that we have to do.
You can't get Oddish
Now,
until
when you
Gym
consider all the
6?
areas that are left in the game,
Huh?
it's fair to assume that there are only a few locations left. And with the fact that I've gone nearly
Wait a minute. Huh? How can you not get Oddish?
with Victory Road, the rest should be there,
what?
right? And while that's pretty much true, there's actually one Pokemon that we can catch before we go in there. The routes leading up to the entrance are blocked by guards to check for how many badges
But you
we
can-
have. Because we only have 2, we obviously
Yeah.
can't get there. However, there's actually one Pokemon that can be caught between these
Execute.
gates and Victory Road that you can't get anywhere else. Execute. This
How
Pokemon
can he-
appears in
I
the
guess he
grass
can't get
between
down to
marsh
the
and
Safari
volcano
Zone
badge
area
check,
yet.
which means that if we only have 6 badges, we can access this area. So with that in mind, I made my way back to Vermilion to finally cut down that tree.
Gym number
and
3,
took down Lieutenant Surge,
3,
Erica,
4,
Koga, and
5,
Sabrina,
and
made my way back to
6.
the area. With these badges obtained, I also finally had
Oh,
the
no,
ability
5.
to buy Ultra Balls and Max Lures, which was well overdue,
Yeah,
but
about
it will definitely
time,
help
bro.
make the remaining hunts significantly easier. This combined with the updated hunting methods seemed like the
Hey, there's
recipe
the
for
golden
success.
eggs!
An hour later, I managed to get my shiny eggs after 292 caught.
Easter
and with a single
eggs!
leaf stone, I registered
Boom.
129 shinies in the Pokedex.
129.
And set the record
He's
for the
so
shortest
close.
section in the entire game. Surely the next one will be the same, right?
Uh-oh. The foreshadowing music!
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yo! Elite
As you
4.
expect, we're going to have to get the remaining 2.
I love how this video has just been Gym 1, Gym 2,
Gym 3.
Gym 6, Elite 4!
badges in the game to access Victory Road, which took all of 20 minutes to do before I was back at the gates.
Yeah, he's
Surprisingly,
level
I already
100s.
caught basically everything here, and there are only 2 targets that need to be found. The
Like
first
what?
one is a special spawn Hitmonlee, and seeing how this area is
Oh,
technically
that's
a
why you got
cave, I knew this
Hitmonchan.
would come pretty fast. The only concern is that Hitmonchan can also be found here depending on which floor you're on, so I just tried my best to get down
Surely
the ladder
he's
as
not
quickly
gonna
as
find
possible to avoid
Hitmonchan
bumping into it.
first.
After a couple hours, I ended up finding an Onyx on
Surely.
the top floor, and a few hours after that, I managed to get it.
Oh,
Wow,
no,
okay.
that Golbat's gonna
There we go.
grab you, bro.
Not bad.
Go around the
805
Golbat!
encounters.
Don't pull another Porygon, John!
Oh, wow. All right, cool.
He did
well,
it.
this worked
I'm
out pretty
proud of
well
you.
for me. The last Pokemon here won't be as friendly. Deep
What's
inside
that?
Victory Road, we can take on hunting Moltres,
Oh, man,
which is,
another
spoiler
soft
alert,
reset.
one of the last time-consuming Pokemon that need to be hunted for this challenge.
But what
Just like
about Mewtwo?
Aerodactyl, I was grinding
Isn't
this
Mewtwo
all
hard?
day,
He said
every
one
day,
of the
arguably
last.
a few hours more than before.
Oh,
I
dude,
really
the
wanted this
Starmie's
Pokemon,
animation's
and
so
boy,
cool.
did it make me work for it.
How many encounters?
Oh my god. I finally got it. Oh, I'm
You can
freaking
hear him
out.
unmute
I'm
his
freaking
mic
out.
and, like,
wow,
pause
that
his
took forever.
Netflix show.
Okay, so that was 4,988 encounters.
Oh, ouch.
Thank God. Okay.
I like this Pokemon only has water
And
gun.
with that, I have caught
He only has
every
water
single
gun.
Pokemon before beating the game, which leaves me
Yo!
with a whopping 3 Pokemon. 3 Pokemon, and I'm going to be all done.
All he needs
With
left
everything
is
in the main area is
3?
caught and 131 shinies registered, I took
there
on
not
Pokemon
151
Here's a
Pokemon
fun
in this?
fact. During this entire challenge, I tried to grind up my Pokemon as much as possible because
Yeah,
of
they're
how
all
many
level
Pokemon I had to
100.
catch. And by this point, I grinded basically
telling you,
half
do
of
this
the
in
evolved
Nuzlocke,
Pokemon
bro.
in my box to level 100. So naturally,
Half of
this
them,
was
that's
not
crazy.
too tough to get through. But like I
Yeah.
mentioned, the challenge isn't done. There's one more place we have to go.
Post game. This
Now,
is the
because
Mewtwo
we've gone
cave.
over the entirety of the Kanto region,
Come on, John, you can do it.
As
You
to
can
how
do it.
not
I'm standing
done
up
the
with you,
challenge.
bro.
The last stop takes
I'm
us
gonna pop
all the
off
way
when
back
you
to
beat this.
Cerulean. I decided to go for the easiest one first, which is going to be Kabuto. This area is loaded with a bunch of invisible
I didn't
drops
know
that
that you can
respawn
get
over time,
Kabuto.
and in this certain spot, you can receive a random fossil. Now, this may seem like I've lost my mind when I say this is the easiest, and that's
He got
true,
a
I
Helix
definitely
fossil.
have.
He
But
showed-
I had
he
a
got a
game
Helix
plan for this
fossil.
one. Now, this guaranteed
Technically, he
location
should've got
only spawns
Dome.
1 fossil a day, but if we're a little sneaky, we can perform something I like to call the Johnstone skip.
What?
A little on the nose, I know. Essentially, if you start a wireless trade and change the
Obama.
date on your Switch to the following day while you're in the middle
Obama.
of that, you can just pick up another fossil and repeat this process until you have as many fossils as you want. Is this cheating?
Oh, no, it's not.
Absolutely. What, are you gonna judge me this far into the challenge?
Hey, my man, listen. All about cheating. Listen, Nuzlocke should have a rule number 1. That is not. Hey, editor, blur my feet. Nuzlocke should have a number 1 permeating rule that, regardless of all the rules, you do what is most fun. And sometimes cheating is fun.
Having multiple fossils, this cuts down the time of having to do soft resets by an absurd amount, as that alone accounts for like 20 seconds per encounter. This means that rather than finding 60 per hour, I was able to find 200. But I took it a step further. Because I wanted to get this done in the fastest way possible, I ended up just buying a new Joy-Con that took me back to the 2000s. This thing has a turbo button, which basically just presses any button repeatedly until I turn it on.
Wait, that's a thing?
So the plan would be that I would set a timer, work on the script and the voiceover for this video while it did the work for me, and check all the Pokemon when the timer went off.
Let me try that again. Bro's got like 2 shinies and he's done. He's cheating. He's gone. He wants it over.
Before I did all this though, I spent time right after the Elite Four trying to calculate how many I could truly get per hour.
Wow. This is it.
Oh my, no.
How many was that? Was that
Are
like,
you kidding?
Was that
there
quick?
Was no way. I can't even turn off the, oh my God. Oh my God.
Was that the first Kabuto?
I was typing on, I was working on the script for this video.
How many Kabutos was it?
I'm about to cry. Are you kidding? Oh my God. There is no way.
Why is he crying?
How many Pokemon? This was literally the first batch that I was working on. I haven't even checked if any
that's
of
still
these
a lot more.
Are shiny.
But that's crazy.
This Kabuto took me a whopping 73 encounters.
6/21, 22.
I was
Hey,
just
that's next to my
setting up
birthday.
this hunt for tomorrow because I was just gonna leave it running the whole day, but
this really is an auto shiny hunt. That's
the next
funny.
day, I decided to go for Lickitung, which is going to be the final catch combo Pokemon for this challenge. At this point, it really felt like the game was on my side, as I found this in less than 2 hours.
That's a good shiny.
And
I'll be real.
Caught.
Why do you
and
move
after
like that,
Kabuto,
though?
I added 2 more Pokemon to the collection.
Such a cool Pokemon.
Which only left me with one final.
That's the Sky Ridge Pokemon.
So it's obviously no surprise that the last stop in this journey is going to be the hunt for Mewtwo. But unlike the other ones, I had a different
You have to go in and out of GameStop 120 times?
I just referred to this as big video.
Yeah.
That's it. I told some friends about what I was actually
I think I heard about
on,
him saying
to
big
anyone
video.
that watched my Twitch streams or my YouTube videos, that was it. Just big video. So I figured that the best way to reveal this would be to announce
it's got 6 million views. That's a pretty big video, dog.
Stream and hunt the final Pokemon in front of all of you. All right, chat. So, as you know, and if you don't, let me enlighten you. Over the past, really long time, I've been working on something.
I didn't know that he leaked this on a stream.
Big video. If you don't know, I have been working on this video.
Hi, Obama.
Since I believe I started recording this December 21st or 22nd.
2020 or 2019?
No, I know it was late in the night. Of 2020. So I decided that I would make a video where I did a Professor Oak. That's spoiler number 1.
But they're all shinies.
Challenge. However,
look at his chat.
The entire
they're
video
just like
is shiny Pokemon. And I'm about to show you it. And let me tell you, chat. You may
show
be
us the shinies, John.
That took a long time, probably.
That took a long time, probably.
I don't want to see this video game. Once I'm done, I'm never
catch the Mewtwo and it's over.
On God, never playing this video game again. So
hey, it's a good video game.
Idea with them,
but after this challenge, I think I would also burn it in a fire.
Being that this is a soft reset hunt, I knew this was going to take a pretty long time. But if I'm being honest, the entire time I was extremely nervous. From the day I started, Scarlet and Violet were literally one week away from coming out, and although that is still a ton of time to stream,
before Scarlet
if I had
Violet,
another Arcanine episode, there was no way I was getting this video.
It's been
for the next day, I grinded for 12 hours on stream.
This is insane.
And this is what happened.
Just to come on, 846.
I will leak this.
Leaking.
Yes!
He did it!
Go!
Yes!
Let's go!
Woo! Yes! Last Pokemon, baby.
It's here! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Catch it! Don't miss this. Master Ball it. You have a Master Ball. Use it. If he doesn't use the Master Ball, I'm gonna be mad.
I'm scared. It's probably both.
Master Ball. John, if you do not use your Master Ball and off of his playthrough, this thing runs away. I'm unsubscribing. He's going to the Master Ball. He's gonna do it. That's it. Let's go. Woo! Round of applause, dude. Dude, imagine like the feeling of just serenity. Filling up your body as the final Pokemon of this crazy challenge is caught.
And with that, I successfully completed Professor Oak's challenge in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee with only shiny Pokemon.
Crazy.
But the question you might be asking yourself is...
What? How long did it take?
How did I do? Okay.
How long did it take?
I made it this far into the game chat. I
And he
don't
doesn't
have
know
an
where the
escape
box
rope
is.
to get us to Vermilion Cave. Are you kidding? This took
How many hours? How many hours? Oh.
1,400 hours.
Oh.
We'll round up. So let's review.
He had
In total,
65
I encountered
hours
over
in Legends
250,000
Arceus.
Pokemon to complete this
1,400
challenge.
hours.
And because there were so many Pokemon that I counted for only that
250,000?
Pokemon while I was hunting,
Did he go
I
over
easily
odds or
saw
under
over
odds?
350,000 Pokemon to reach the end of this game. As for shinies, I
That's-
caught 116 shinies.
that's
to
under
evolve
odds,
into
though.
135 Pokemon. And
14
for those
failed.
wondering, I encountered 17 shiny Chansey and failed 30% of them.
Oh,
I just
now
wanted
you
this
just
video
gotta go
by saying
complete a
thank
whole
you.
box.
As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, all of this was for those of you that have supported me so well over the years.
Aw.
I wanted to make something that showed that I genuinely appreciate the opportunity that you
Yeah,
gave me
I
to
mean,
make content for a living.
you not
and
get
whether you
Sandshrew?
enjoyed the video or not, I hope that you can see the effort that I put in to make this happen.
135.
If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and consider subscribing for more content with Scarlet and Violet.
That's unbelievable. Honestly, the dedication that it takes to do a single shiny is unbelievable. I can't really do it, but let alone 135 to complete the whole dex before each gym. Great job, John. That's the best Pokemon video of 2022. Still failed more shinies than I ever have. Comment. Thank you so much, John Stone, for oh, there's a video on the way. Thanks, John Stone, for letting me watch this. That was an unbelievable video. Hey, if you're watching this channel, here's another good video. You should click this one. Why not? What else are you doing with your day? And hey, if you haven't already, click the video. What are you doing? You're just standing here watching me? I said click the video. And hey, maybe subscribe. Please. Thank you.